I understand. It's the base. Loso __ G.
Wait, Loso
G.
G. Head boy.
DK.
taraXgee.
Was that that's your name on
That's me.
Is it
That's who I
Tara
am.
G or taraXgee?
taraXgee. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
X
Okay.
like cross.
Huh?
Like cross or X?
Just X.
Do you have an X because you don't have a middle name? Or you just...
I have a damn y'all. Yo.
We're inquisitive.
I see. It's just taraXgee.
Okay.
If you you want to follow me on Instagram or something.
Maybe.
Word.
How y'all guys doing?
We're
Chilling,
great.
chilling.
Pretty good. Life's good.
Yeah, it was warm yesterday, but now all of a sudden it's 20.
It was not warm yesterday.
It was mad
like
warm
45.
yesterday. That's warm.
Yeah, you real New York.
For February?
Yeah.
That's mad warm.
That's cold.
Nah,
For
cold's like
February,
20.
that's like ice caps melting, warm.
Mm-hmm.
Are you from New York?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Are you not from New York?
I'm from California.
You're
Yes,
a Cali girl.
Best Coast.
Wait. So how long have you been here?
We don't talk about those things.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I got stuck here. Let's just say that.
Okay,
I
fair
got
enough.
trapped.
You're a New Yorker. All right,
No.
Trap?
I'm from California. I just live here.
Where in California?
Long
Ooh,
Beach.
excuse me.
Long Beach, okay.
Yeah, SoCal.
Oh, yeah, crib.
Gang, gang.
I visited California. It looks as bad as they say it does in the movies.
It don't look worse than New York City.
It looks from far away. California looks nice because it got trees and shit, and then you get a little closer. Poverty
You know
come
what it
out,
is.
bro. The poverty come on out. The roads start getting cracked. Like so.
No.
So LBC is up the block from not up the block, but it's a ways from Beverly Hill. Like it's one straight shot. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
So as you're driving, like the roads start getting cracky. The stores start closing.
Yeah.
He's lying.
It's
first
bad.
and
Liquor
foremost.
stores start popping up.
No, for real.
let's
You start to
really
see,
bad.
you start to see liquor store. You start to see gun stores. You
It
start to
gets
see
real
like.
bad.
First of all, I didn't grow up in hood. Okay.
Okay.
Let me just put that out there.
Okay,
what
never
part
mind.
of
Play
LBC is
people.
good? The whole LBC is bad.
That's not
No,
true.
it's not. No, it's not.
That's
There's
not
good
true.
parts of Long Beach.
There
but,
are
I mean,
excellent parts of Long Beach. You just, you be on your broke shit, so you probably could only afford to get to the broke parts.
Damn, son.
I mean, he had enough money to get to California.
Exactly.
Something.
He flew Spirit. Let's not front. Okay.
Hey, there's
let's not
nothing wrong
front.
with
Yo, there's nothing wrong with being frugal.
Is that what
Word
we
of the
call
day.
it?
Word of the day. Frugal.
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 That's synonymous.
She's like, haha, peasants.
Broke niggisms.
I'm from the nice part of Long Beach.
Yes,
like,
I
what?
am. Yes,
Like,
I am.
Like, that's a weird sentence.
Are you
a nice
upset
part of
about
Long
it?
Beach.
No, I'm not upset. I think it's funny.
The streets are still cracked.
Get the hate out your heart.
Still liquor store around the corner. But yes,
Are
as
you
I was,
done?
how far is Nipsey's store from where you grew up?
That's way out in LA. That's like 45 minutes. That's why people be like, oh, like, are you from Cali? Are you from LA? I'm like, no, I'm not from LA. I'm from Long Beach. Like, it's a strong 40 on a good day.
Should sound the same to me.
Yeah, because you don't know no better. That's like being like, oh, I'm from New York. I'm from New York. Oh, where you from? Long Island.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, are you from Long Island?
No.
Oh, I was like, damn, I'm
We're from
sorry.
the-
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, geographically,
like,
Brooklyn
It's
is
Long Island.
on Long Island. Technically,
If you put a little
Are
dash,
you done?
you know.
Okay.
put a little dash in the middle.
Point is, it's like somebody from like Jersey City claiming they from like New York City,
Yeah,
which is not correct.
it's not.
There you
It's
go.
not. I've never heard that though.
What's the thing you miss the most about Cali?
The weather.
That's it?
It's cold as fuck out
Yeah,
there.
that's
You
not
gotta wear a
really
jacket.
true.
That's usually.
That's a cop out.
I mean, that's
I don't
not
think
that
it's a
bad.
cop out. I think that's usually the answer though. Like,
Because you can get that weather anywhere else.
That's not necessarily true.
no.
Like the coldest it'll get
Mexico.
in SoCal is like 50 in the wintertime. Maybe
I
45
was
if you
about to
like
say, it was
on
like
the
a
don't have a bunch of
40-ish. It
places
was a
around the
40-ish.
equator
Yeah, if
that
you
are warm
own
too.
the like the water, because
You know
like
what?
Long Beach is right
You don't
next
have
to the
a bunch
beach,
of
but
places around
like
the equator that get warm too.
Like some
There's
islands.
nothing special about that weather.
Some islands that we can speak. Speaking of, what are the top 3 places you ever visited?
top 3. I went to Ibiza last year. That was actually pretty lit.
Ibiza.
Ibiza, if you want to feel,
Would you
little
go there
fancy.
for the party?
Of course. Why else would you go to Ibiza?
Yeah, that's
for
the
the
only
women.
reason
there
for
for the women.
its existence.
Don't play me. Do
What-
not play me.
What is in Ibiza?
What? Men?
Pills.
Parties? Pills?
Are you doing?
Mike Postner said it. He took a pill in a
I mean, we can edit. Don't worry. We can edit this out. It's cool.
What pills did you?
I popped a Molly.
How was that?
It actually was
Did you
so
sweat?
lit. Like, I really had like a real... I did.
Woo.
Like, only like
Yeah.
a little bit though, because it was
Oh,
hot.
okay.
It was real hot. But I went to this spot. I think it was called like O Beach or something. It's like one of their premier like beach clubs or
They sell
whatever.
Molly. No endorsement.
I can't. But no, it was
Asking for a
honestly like it was probably the most lit experience, and it like really kind of opened up my eyes as to like how people could get addicted to stuff like that.
Yeah, I was gonna
because
say,
it was like
It was so
the
good.
best I have ever felt on any substance.
Wait,
And
so
I was
how many
just like,
different substances have you taken?
like 3. Like I drank, I've smoked before, and then I popped Molly. So it was just
there's
like,
other drugs in it, right?
yeah, I'm not willing to venture further out than that. Like I'm not about to be out here like snorting no lines of coke or no shit. Like
No, that's
I mean, no offense
too
if-
much money
if y'all,
for me. I
you
can't
know,
afford it.
I don't know what you do, Loves, but you
Some
know,
rich people drug.
Yeah.
is it?
Coke.
Coke?
Coke is mad expensive.
Coke is
Really?
rich people
And you got to put it in a coin pouch.
That's how you know it's expensive.
What is wrong with you?
I'm dead serious.
You just grow your pinky
You gotta
for
put it in a coin
can't.
pouch.
pinky nail for a
You
long
gotta put it in-
time.
Am I bugging? There was a coin pouch.
Every time I see somebody with long ass
Oh,
nails,
yeah,
I'm
it
like,
was.
"It's Coke,
Coin pouch.
bro." Every time I see someone with long ass nails.
Because you got to do bumps. So you got to pick it up and it gives you
not
No,
that.
not talking about like I just came from like the nail salon, like I got my nails done like that, like your
Like
shits are
niggas with long
like
nails,
a yellow
yeah.
color,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
You know what it is? Coke for me looks different because, like, for y'all, you probably think, like, all right, people in the hood probably do Coke, but, like, I came up around, like, middle class, upper class people, and, like, niggas in the Ivy League do Coke on the reg. Like,
So why
look
look
Yeah,
different? Why look
maybe.
different for us?
I didn't come across other drugs until
Cause y'all talk about like, oh, like you got the long nail and you from whatever. Like you probably think like hood niggas be doing coke. Like no, like
No.
brokers and financial
rich
people
people.
be
Like Coke has now finally reached the level of affordability where like, you know, lower
Lower
class
class
people are
people.
starting
Are
to
you
do
checking
it.
the prices?
Yeah, I'm checking. You know, the stock.
He waiting on it to hit his little price bracket.
It's the drug. I
like, all right,
watched
it's
the
my
drug
time
index.
to try it. It's my time.
So my stock.
It's the drug
I have
index.
stock
this
invested.
guy
I
it's on Robin
cannot.
Hood.
The price of Coke on Robinhood.
Hell no.
Nah, that's funny.
Oh, cocaine.
Really?
Are you? Could you imagine like
I don't think
just
I've ever
all
done
right?
cocaine, bro.
Quick thought experiment. Envision yourself right now doing a line of Coke. How do you feel? Wait, what's the setting? What's the setting?
It's we had a celebrity
Special
event.
guest.
Okay.
Celebrity special guest.
We had a celebrity event, and he's
Okay.
offering us money for the podcast, and he says, "Hey, I'll give you such and such amount of money as long as you do this line of coke."
Would
And
you
I
do
look at
that?
Jose, and I look at you, and I say I'm down. Jose says he's down. What do you say?
How much money are you talking?
Now things changed.
Y'all are trifling.
Nah, before
wow.
you-
No, I don't
We
do
had the
Coke.
same-
No.
Is that like the only
Conversation
ideal
before.
situation in which you would do coke?
Yeah, I'm an undercover cop. There's a whole bunch of bad guys in the room, and they're like, "Yo, prove you a bad guy too."
So you
Oh
Give this line of coke.
no, it's funny. That's actually a real thing. It's like undercover people who are undercover. Like no, like for
No, I believe you. Keep tell us.
like people who are
Tell a shaft.
no, but it's a real thing. Like you want to maintain your cover, so like any little outlier is like noticeable. Like you want to just be what they call the gray man, which is just like regular, normal, nothing to see here type of guy. So in order to do that, it's like you don't even think about it. You just do what everyone else is doing. So
Bro, are you a spy?
He's a cop.
No.
He's a cop, Dom.
Some of the
No.
things
He's a
this
cop,
guy
Dom.
knows and says, I'm like, bro, you must work for some secret intelligence because you are way too.
He's a spook
Or
who sat by
maybe
the
he
front
just ain't
door.
got no life and he just be at home
Damn.
Googling shit.
yeah,
Probably.
No life.
No.
Probably, or
Not
he's
really.
a secret agent.
Okay.
He's a spook who
I'm not home
sat
that
by the
much.
front
Look
door.
at James Bond wearing fucking button downs everywhere he goes and shit.
What do you
this is
do?
work.
He called you James Bond.
James.
He works in international relations, right? She asked what you do. She asked what you do.
I work in financial planning.
Oh, I'm
Finance,
sorry.
so he's a
That
finance
sounds
bro.
not fun.
Oh, it's very fun.
He's a 5 bro.
Finance.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you
Like I'm
it,
here on
love it.
purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't take jobs I don't like. Like I've never done that before. So
Never?
That's why he doesn't
No.
do coke.
I feel like we've all done at least one job
Coke,
we
coke,
didn't enjoy.
coke is a
Job
job
you
you
don't
do
like.
that you don't like.
well, not for money. Like I've never like taken a job that I don't like. As soon as I don't like it, I generally leave.
Without like a second option? You just
I
go?
create my second option.
Okay.
He is the second option.
Wait, so what do you do?
I work in tech.
Work? Chocolate, me too.
Lit.
What do you do in
Exactly,
tech?
in tech.
I am actually on the media side, so
She signs in and signs out of accounts.
Okay.
Are you done?
No, go ahead.
She's like, I have a Facebook account and
Y'all
I learned
just-
coding from MySpace,
I click
the HTML.
I click this, I click that.
Copy paste.
Actually, no, I don't. Okay.
Okay.
I work in content acquisition, so we acquire content in order to put it on the Watch platform.
Well then,
Woo! Y'all have a wonderful night.
Oh, she was dead serious. That's the funny
I
part.
can't help you, so there's a process that you have to follow in order to actually like
Process?
get your show on air.
how'd you get into that?
Cocaine.
That's a good question. There you go. One day I was sitting down, thought I was just gonna snort a line of coke, and the person who was with me just so happened to be in that field. So we did it
I'm not
together.
succeeding, man. I need to.
You gotta just sometimes you gotta just jump the gun. Do what comes first. What comes naturally. Gray area.
Those lines come naturally.
Yeah, with you.
Lines of coke.
Yeah,
It's a cool
basically.
episode, coke. What do you like most about the job you're at now?
I don't like my job.
Okay.
I hate it, you know?
Do you have
What do you hate about it? Like,
Everything. Like in a perfect world, I would actually be a stripper.
okay,
Like I
what
would
you
go
do?
get my
Can you?
ass done. I ain't got no booty.
You don't have to get your.
what's stopping you?
Depends on what you
We
do.
we have modern technology. We can
I-
rebuild you.
I
What do you
can't.
mean?
rebuild you?
Bigger, better,
I
faster,
can't.
stronger.
Yo, better, faster, stronger.
Oh Lord, no. What do I love about my job? Honestly, this is such a cliche thing to say, but I like the fact that like no day is ever the same. Like the things that I love about my job are also the things that I hate. Like as much as we are a very established company and like recognized as like top tier in the tech space, some days you wear 6 or 7 different hats because like there is nobody that came before you that does that specific role, so you have to define what it looks like.
That makes sense.
So it's cute. Like, you know, you can go to the next job and be like, yeah, you know, I redefined expectations on what this looks like for this specific job. But at the same time,
That's
it's
a
like
fire resume quote.
when you are given, yeah, there you go. You better put
that
that
on your
down.
resume.
Just put redefine, and it's like, oh,
Yeah, I got to put my big words out, you know. Got to sound real fancy for y'all.
Redefining expectations.
There you go.
that's good. So you like the autonomy, pretty much. Like that's
Yeah.
the main thing that you like.
Yeah.
But
That's
everything
also
else, you're
what
like,
I
fuck
hate.
that shit.
No, I think there's also like some name recognition there as well. There's like some of the shows that I've worked on, like you guys have probably seen, it's like Red Table Talk, Ball in the Family. It's like, yeah, I worked on that. I did that.
Never seen
Oh, that's
any of
cool.
those.
Oh, okay.
No.
Ball in the family.
All right. Yeah, with LeVar Ball
Okay, I
and
thought
the
that was
Ball
actually-
people.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what the Red Table Talk is?
No.
With
It's the show with Jada Pinkett
Jada Pinkett, her mom.
and her daughter.
They all look alike.
Whoops.
Sir,
They
like,
all
where
look
have
like
you
but in
been?
different time
Whoops.
periods.
Not on Facebook. Not on that.
Do you not remember
He's like-
that whole scandal with what's the old girl that was best friends with Kylie?
No.
Is that really?
Oh, yeah.
Of course they don't remember.
Oh, yeah,
Anything
yeah,
They
we
do
don't-
is not.
Of course they don't remember that.
Wrong audience.
I don't remember.
Yeah, wrong
I can't
audience.
remember that.
But that's so.
I mean, but we do like sports shows and stuff too. So if you know like the Players Tribune, we've done a couple of like shows with them.
So do you help produce or do you
We
like
do
aggregate
deals.
it? And-
No, I like do deals.
So
So
you
it's-
like the
I'm-
middleman, sort of?
Yeah, so I kind of sit at the crux of like multiple different departments, but like
Mm-hmm.
my distinct role focuses on signing deals and then doing like program management type stuff.
So signing deals with your company, or are you
Signing
sort
deals
of like?
with external partners.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, how do y'all go about like figuring like getting? Or do you have deals lined up and you're supposed to figure out like this is some good shit, this is garbage, doo doo, or like,
No,
what-
there's like a whole back end process. So like essentially what happens is like somebody in strategy is like, hey, we have X budget and we want to spend it on this type of content. So then they come up with like a whole go to market strategy on how they want to accomplish that.
Yeah.
And then they come to my team and they're like, all right, this is what we want, get it done. So then we'll work with like the legal team and then like the partner manager to like figure out what we want to put in the deal as far as like exclusivity, how much we want to pay these partners, what type of delivery schedule we want to put them on, and then we just paper the deal.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's not- so I'm still trying to like. How would you describe your company? Like, let's say if you were to just describe specifically like what it does.
We are a social media company. Like, what type of answer are you
No, I'm
looking
just
for?
I'm just curious, like how you describe it, because I hear what you're saying, but I'm trying to
say where you
but-
work for or
No, you don't have to drop.
but you don't have to.
I'm not asking you to
and
drop
that's kinda
names.
why
Like,
we're-
I'm not asking you to drop names, but I'm just like hearing what you're saying. So I'm guessing you work for a social media platform.
Yes.
Okay.
And that platform in itself has multiple TV shows.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Because of how large it has gotten since
That's I feel
the
like
social media.
everything's trying to do that fucking shit, man. Like we were talking about earlier, the video game shits and how some of them are jumping ship and going.
We do
and
deals
being
like
bought
that as
out,
well.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like everything's becoming like a little, like
Streaming.
literally like a little channel.
It's like
But
every.
like a channel in regards to like I feel like before. Well, I think Netflix is a good example specifically because so many shows are leaving, right? Where they got the shows really cheap because no one thought taking them serious. Besides the point, right? They had everything, and now it's just like everybody's pulling their own content back. And yeah, you know, it's everybody's streaming their own thing, but now it feels like little channels.
I mean, but that's really what it is. So like, if you work in the media side, you already know that like cable is definitely like a dying platform. Like
Cable
that,
and
like
radio.
People, yeah, cable. I mean, but like podcast is a form of radio. So is it really dying or is it?
Well,
just
when I think of
being
radio, I think
Is
of
it-
radio broadcast.
fair?
When I think of podcast, I
Fair.
feel like you can take any show that's talking and you could remove the video and then it's a podcast.
Yeah.
That's
I think
don't-
essentially what is happening is like forms of media are basically just being reborn in different formats. So essentially like cable TV is now being reborn as like OTT, which is like over the top, which is like a direct to consumer type
Not
of
porn.
Wait,
it's always
what?
been direct to
Okay.
Yeah.
that's real. That's very real.
Porn's gonna stay the same. I can't really see porn going.
I mean, well actually that's not necessarily true
feel like
because
except when they start fucking robots.
What were
and
you
shit.
gonna-
and the two
Socially,
I mean
nobody
like
gonna fuck with that.
if you
Wait,
take a step
what?
back
I
and
don't
think
think nobody
like
gonna fuck with that socially.
I feel like what were you gonna say before?
My bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna
he
what
was
were
so
you
left.
My
So
bad.
left. Say before about
about porn.
oh no, like porn has definitely come along as well. Like when you think about where porn started as far as like being on TV, it was like late night when we were in like our early teens or however old y'all are.
That's
like
not where it started, but honestly.
I mean, you know what porn for us
you.
was like you get on the
Mommy,
cable
daddy,
channel
sleepy.
at 11, 2, whatever,
What
3 o'clock in the
channels were they?
morning. It was on HBO and shit. Like
Oh, you watched
they
HBO
had
on
like
the
that
softcore
premium.
one.
HBO had the reality TV. Cinemax had the softcore porn.
They had
In
like
New York?
soft porn. Yeah, it was on TV. It was like a cable
69,
thing,
71?
and it's like
You
now
got your shit down, bro.
the history of porn. Okay. But yeah, it's like it started off on TV on a cable platform, and now it's very much a direct to consumer thing where it's like you have it at your fingertips. You open your laptop, you go to X videos, Pornhub. Like there's all. Y'all look like y'all want to say something.
No, but I was gonna.
No, I'm just
I want to
listening.
fight back specifically because you mentioned Pornhub, right? It's just like I feel like Pornhub is trying to like market themselves very, very well. It's like this is the okay porn thing to like mention, as opposed to knowing all these little obscure websites.
I mean,
That's true. Pornhub is a safe.
Pornhub is definitely
If you're
like.
making a work joke, you could say Pornhub and get away with it. But if you say some OD shit like X video, what X video? What's that? Pornhub's on shirts. There's no X video shirts.
Well, maybe you should make one.
Maybe there
I'm
are.
not a part of X
Stand in the
video.
gap.
XXX base.
The base XXX base. taraXgee.
I cannot.
It's
Y'all
like
so
the
trifling.
more things change, the more things stay the same.
I
Yeah.
don't think porn changed. Man.
That's not what
It's
we're
a
talking about.
What are you, like a
D2C
connoisseur?
situation.
You follow it over the years, like
No. Oh yeah.
the Bush era, and then this
bro.
era.
Nah, I'm playing.
There's the Bush era,
Y'all so
the Clinton era.
Y'all need prayer.
But yeah, so you're saying so radio's dying in a way. Well, radio shape
Video killed the
podcast.
radio.
Yeah.
star.
Everything is being reborn. Y'all
Last time I
so
saw a music video.
I never watch music videos.
I don't
so
have one.
Every now and
have
then
YouTube
I'll
on
watch
the
a music
background.
video. Yeah.
That's the only time I'll see it if I
YouTube.
see something on
Right.
YouTube,
And
or
I'd
if
be
there's
shocked.
a specific artist that I'm looking for and I want to hear the
And
song.
you see the
It just
video.
happens to be in video form.
I'd be shocked every time. I'm like, who? I didn't really had a video for this, and I just watch it.
That's fair.
And
I
I'm
feel like
stuck.
some songs like you need the video. Like for me, when Drake and Future dropped "Life Is Good," I was like, "This is terrible," and then I saw the video and I was like, "This is kind of hot."
Nah.
Like
I
the
think-
video made the song.
I feel that way about Charles Gambino shit. if you didn't have the video for that song.
This Is America.
Yeah, the
it was
song
terrible.
was trash. That song was trash.
Terrible.
I was hearing on the radio like, turn this shit off. It was bad. But when the video dropped,
It
I
makes
was like,
sense.
oh my god,
Because it's
Yeah.
art.
he's
And
going
it's
against the
just
black,
bumping. It's art.
going against the white.
Yeah,
man.
you could say the same. I know people gonna come for me with this one. Like Lemonade. When I first heard the album, I
You thought it was
like,
trash?
"This is
You thought Lemonade was dirt?
terrible."
So right now you're saying Beyonce is trash.
Video, which one I'm looking here? Lemonade, the visual album was trash with audio only. Okay,
That's gonna
Hey,
be our.
check the time.
taraXgee.
That's gonna be our 10-second
Okay.
clip.
It was terrible.
Coming next, Beyonce sucks.
It was not
You about to
good.
get
Like
killed.
literally, okay, so it was what? Pray You Catch Me, whatever. Like I heard it and I was like, okay, this is good. And then immediately after that, Sorry came on. I was like, this is oh my, like why am I listening to this? It was terrible. And I was like this is not a good album. But it was the visuals behind it that made the album what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all don't disagree.
No, I don't even know.
Like I'm not touching that one.
No, honestly, I don't even know. I don't listen
I'm
to her
trying to
music
think
like
of
that,
what,
so I
like,
don't know. I'll take your word for
albums
it though.
recently
It
that
wasn't
I've, listened to
good.
That are like, oh, this shit is like new albums.
I just don't. It's like I get in the rabbit hole of like discovering old music still that like I'm not even on new music. Like I find out new music by accident or through someone else, or let's say I'm out but I'm not actively looking for.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to, right? Unless you're specifically consuming like music, or if you're watching Netflix, or if you're just constantly consuming media, I think it's hard to like stay on like, oh yeah, what's the new shit? Like, you know.
I'm always listening to music, so I'm always kind of in the know like what's
Future
coming.
song you're talking about. Like,
Are you serious?
so serious?
$100,000. No,
That sounds like every
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, it does.
that's fair. You got that one. Yeah, man.
But y'all also don't party like that, so I don't think y'all. You still party OD? Or
Yeah,
you
man,
just
she was in a
just
beat.
Like
She
honestly,
wasn't
no.
a beat,
She's
Papa
young.
Marley. That's
She's
what-
got a
No,
lot of
so
life
you know what's
left in
crazy?
her.
You've known me for like some years now.
Sure.
And
How many?
no,
years?
Yeah.
but like what 2015, 2016?
All right.
When
Oh,
2020? It's
that's
been a
what-
minute,
I'm not
yeah.
disagreeing. Lows.
So I met Los in the group me area of like everybody was on group chats and sending group messages, sliding the DMs and all of that. So like that's kind of like how I know him. And like when I was still in that era, in that phase, for me it was like go out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sleep on Sunday, take yourself to work on Monday. And it's like for a while that's kind of like what I was known for as far as like turning up, partying, being mixy, being social. And it's like
Fighting.
now
Fighting. Ooh.
Sorry.
Let's see your
Come on.
knuckles. Let's see your knuckles.
we don't talk about those things, okay? We not going there. I'm reformed. But anyway, yeah.
Box before? You
Wow.
martial arts?
See, honestly, I'm just you could have handled that way better. Like you could have just smoothed that over, but you're like, I'm reformed. It's like,
I
damn,
am.
that means some shit went down. Like,
No, you know what? Anybody that like really, really, really knows me will tell you like Tara is not like a default to like fighting type of person. You have to provoke me, and that's essentially what happened in every situation.
that's
I
what
don't know.
everybody
I'm not sure.
says
Wait,
ever.
Wait.
What?
Los, what you gotta say?
I'm gonna tell you how this happened. So we're
Ah,
at a
here we
Oh,
go.
no.
party. We're at
He's
a
like-
party.
So then she killed her, right? Like,
And she bumped into her.
No,
And
the girl
and she-
bumped me.
And you proceeded to snatch her head off.
That's not true.
You snatched her head off.
That's
and we had
not
to break
true.
the fight up.
That's not true. The girl came and like bumped into me, and I was like, okay, like
She was like, I'm
excuse
so
me.
sorry. She's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you. Tara said, what? And
That's
grabbed
not
her
true.
And
That's not
in the face, bro.
That is not true.
She said, hey, I apologize. I stumbled a little bit.
No,
I didn't mean to run into you.
no.
Tara said, I don't give a fuck.
No,
This
the
shit
girl
out
that
of her,
actually
bro.
bumped me did apologize, and she kept walking by. But her friend behind her saw my reaction and was like, "Is there a problem?" And that's what set it off. And I was like, "Oh, like we go."
wait,
We
hold
definitely
on.
go.
That's not a good reason to fight.
Listen,
That's not a good reason.
listen. Don't bring the problem. Don't bring the drama to me. I would not serve it back.
Yeah, so she looked at me and then
And then we proceeded to beat her up and down the club.
So was I supposed to be like, "Oh my God, no, there's no
no, you
problem."
walk away.
yeah, you just keep moving.
What?
You
It was
from Long
my-
Beach?
The nice
wonder what
part.
I wonder-
The nice part.
Yeah, right.
I'm from the ridge.
I'm from
okay?
So that's
I'm
the
not
nice
gonna
part.
say anything.
Imagine the other side.
Are y'all done?
So if anybody that knows her, she doesn't pick fights off.
I don't. I really don't. Like, especially like back home. Like, if you were to tell anybody back home that I was fighting, they'd be like, "Not Tara." Like, I'm like the sweetest.
So
person
you
ever.
wait until you're out of your
comfort
out of your
For
comfort
real?
zone, and then the real you know, a lot of people come to New York to discover themselves. So you
You know
came.
what?
discovered it.
Honestly, I
And
did come to
fighting
New York and I
for
did
instinct.
discover myself.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of great moments in New York, but I've also realized that like New York as a whole, as a city, has pushed me to my limits many times.
Damn right, concrete jungle.
Yeah, and it's like at first when I got here, I really didn't understand why people were so like hard faced and just kind of like had this hard exterior. And I'm like, cause that too. Listen, it will really make you turn into a bitch when it's that cold for real. You be getting slapped by ice, like it's just not cute. However, like I didn't understand when I first came here, like why everybody was so hard and so cold. And it's like now that I've been here for so long now, I get it. Like. You see a lot of stuff that you wouldn't typically see in any other city, and it forces you to kind of like put yourself on guard.
The fuck did you see?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
I feel
like I'm pretty happy. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
It's cold.
You must
bro.
have grew up in Long Island. Tell the truth.
No.
No, like for real. Like I'm just like, to me, it's just like I've been in situations where like grown men have like approached me and said and done things, and I'm like, for that to happen to me, somebody who has been in this city since she was like 19, 20, and I'm 27 going on 28 now, like
Yeah.
these things are likely happening to children as well. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's like, yeah, and it's like there's a conversation to be had around things like that, but it's like nobody really says anything because it's just like, well, it's New York City. Like anything can happen on the subway. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, you know, it really puts you on guard.
That's what happens when you take 8 million people and smash them together.
And put them in a
That's
little
basically what
tiny
happens.
apartment,
Listen,
in a $2,000 apartment, and let them take $3
can we
trains.
not talk about rent?
That's what
The
happens.
end of the month is show coming.
The crazy comes out.
That's facts. That's facts.
I mean, it is interesting traveling to different places and sort of like internalizing like the energy of where you go and like seeing how people react and
100%.
like for example, like when I went out to California, it's interesting because it's like, so just to tell you where I went to like Orange County because that's, you know,
Is that a good part?
that's where my
Yeah,
family
it's
for the most
beautiful.
part,
Yeah.
outside of like
Middle class?
Anaheim is kind of,
This middle class, that's like high order cocaine.
I can't.
I guess. I guess for the most, like there's some parts that are really nice. Most of it is, I guess, is like upper middle class, and there's just like Anaheim. I think I don't know. That's just what I got from it. But I also went to San Diego and LA, and I noticed just like, you know, no matter what neighborhood you went to, like whether it was like a really nice neighborhood or the hood or whatever, like people just had a different sort of
Warm
demeanor.
weather.
Like people were just more laid back. Like you could just. Like their
Yeah.
face muscles weren't activated as they were, and like people are just so it's a different energy. Like when you go to the Midwest, it's sort of similar, but it's very interesting because in the Midwest, people, or this is just my experience, people are very polite.
Yeah.
Right? People are very polite,
Yeah, 100%.
and they're very good at just making really small talk, really good small talk, but it's very hard to like have any sort of deeper conversation. Like for example. Back home here, it's like I've met people at bars. We've been speaking 5 minutes and we're already talking politics and some crazy shit. We're getting into it.
Existentialism and shit.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there's so many times where, like, you know, me and my friends would end up at some random person's house or apartment or things like that just because, like, people sort of have a rough exterior, but they sort of escalate discourse very quickly, like, if you're cool. Where it's like, if you go to the Midwest, it's the opposite. Like, people are just very open and friendly, but, like, you can't get past that sort of barrier because people are sort of, like, I don't know, like, there's almost like a suspicion of,
But
like...
I feel like that's how you're
you know.
supposed to be, though. Like, the latter is what you should
What?
be. Like, you should be friendly by default because it's like, that's a stranger. You don't know who they are, where they're coming from.
And then
like,
never get past the
what-
service.
Not immediately, no. Why would I invite you, a complete stranger, into my house the night that I met you just because you gave me good energy the night we met? You could be a whole serial killer. Have you not seen you?
That's how I met most of my friends.
It is different if you're a woman, though.
Remember we went to the
You
truck
have a lot
party?
more to worry about.
Oh, that's true. You are a woman. Remember we went to the truck party?
Yeah.
Hey, so
I mean, there's
just
so
random
many
stuff.
times. There's so many times, like, when I was, like, younger and, like, with my high school friends, college friends, whatever, we used to, like, go all over the place. It would be very common for us to end up at someone's crib. just randomly,
And just talking.
and
But that was,
just
like,
talk
college,
shit.
Until
though.
5 in the
No, not
morning.
even. I mean, I'm talking like post college. This is up to like maybe 3 years ago.
Did it yesterday?
Like when we were going out, people would be like, "Oh yeah, come through apartments
That's
around. Oh, my friend's throwing a party. Yeah, let's." That was just how it was.
Maybe
That's a
I don't know,
strong
are you being
no.
friendly enough?
Me
Like,
and Emma
I
were
am very
driving.
friendly. I am a very friendly person. Like,
Me and Emma were
No,
driving.
she's like, "Hi, how
I'm
you
glad I'm
doing?"
here on this end.
No,
I feel
It's like 3 seconds of friendliness. Hey, how you doing?
no, like my friends will tell you, like I'm very much that person that will go and put themselves like outside of their comfort zone
Until
to
somebody
make
says,
sure
"Do you have a
that
problem?"
you're comfortable. Are you finished or are you done?
Me and
Okay.
Emma was driving in Williamsburg one day, and it was me and who else? It was just me and you.
Gary?
We-
Finish the story.
And we
Yeah.
had drove past like this. It was mad lights and like a U-Haul truck.
Oh
So we
yes,
stopped
I
and
know
we reversed,
exactly
and
what
we
you're
were
talking
like,
about.
what the fuck is going on here? So we're like, fuck it. So you parked the car and walked. There was a fucking party with a DJ set up and all that, and the
In
fucking
a
U-Haul
U-Haul,
truck.
in the back of a U-Haul.
That's some New York City
Somebody was
shit.
throwing a party in the
Like,
U-Haul, and random people were walking in. Everyone's having
Whose
mad
party?
fun. Like,
Yeah.
like whose party is it? No one knows. Like,
That shit was mad fun.
yeah.
But like that's different. That's just like a good time. That's not like somebody's home, like where they rest their head.
But
I remember-
even so, like people are just like, yeah, come through, or like, you know, I have a friend that's throwing a party, or I'm throwing a fucking party, and
I'll
for
pull up
some
and
reason I'm
DJ.
at a bar, like come through to my crib, like
Yeah.
just random things like
Remember when I
that.
would bar hop so much that you'd run into like people that like you knew before, like if you grew up here and shit like that.
Oh, you was really out then. I've never had
I
that
used to
happen.
go a lot. Well, I went to. I mean, when you grow up here, you're gonna accumulate a lot of friends.
Fair.
So like, yeah, I used to run into people all the time when I used to just chill, especially like around St. Mark's and that entire.
Oh
area.
yeah, you run into a lot of people.
True.
around
You got to
there.
read energy though.
That's
'Cause if
very
you-
true.
If you read energy wrong, bone collector.
Yeah,
I can't. On some you type shit.
Yeah.
I
Chopped
like
up.
that show.
I didn't like the second season as much.
Nah, second season wasn't as good as.
I feel like Beck was like a much simpler character, but it was like more believable, if that makes sense.
A believable
None of it's
serial killer?
believable, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's fucking creepy, like some stalker shit. But it's
Yeah.
like the things that he does, I guarantee you, most people do like a lot of the same
Yeah.
shit.
What's
Not
the
to them,
closest
but,
you
like-
ever got to stalking?
To stalking, like just what looking at people's Facebook.
In general.
That's
What's the
pretty much
closest-
That's
it.
pretty much it.
Just looking at people's Facebook?
People's social
Yeah.
media. That's like
So you ain't never just like showed up somewhere because you knew somebody else was gonna be there? Because that's a form of stalking.
I mean, I'm gonna say
I'm
no,
real. I
maybe.
have.
That's
What's
what I'm
up?
saying. Y'all just gonna lie.
'Cause I have.
Y'all just gonna lie. Okay. All right.
I
I
can't
came here
guess
because I
I
knew
don't
Rella
know.
was going to be here.
I can't think of
I
a
came here
time.
because I knew Rella was going to be here.
interesting.
That's different though. That's
No, you
way.
came here 'cause-
That's not what she's talking about, bro. That's
I'm
way
saying,
different.
like-
I'm joking, but I have.
yeah.
I'll have to think of the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I have. I'm pretty
Everybody
sure I
has.
knew that this is going to be the event people was going to be at.
You're like, oh, so this
And
person
and
probably
y'all
should
was
be
like,
there
I
as
think
well.
y'all
That's
just.
different.
Oh, yeah,
That's-
yeah, yeah.
I think
that's
y'all
like
just, that's
different.
not stalking,
Not really.
bro. That's stalking.
How it's like you're gonna go to parties.
I think
You're in the
okay.
same
I,
social circle.
I
It's
think
like
that
There
that's
are
not your way
different
to-
degrees
Who said I was in the
of
same
being
social
a
circle?
stalker.
Okay.
Who said it?
Look at the way you said.
Who said I was in the
Who
same
said?
circle?
Who said that?
So
shit?
what are
just
what
had a
are
friend of a
the
friend that I
formal
knew who I
degrees
wanted,
of
and I pulled up.
stalking? We have an expert on stalking here, and
Hair flip. How would I put it? I think there's like a low level, like, oh, I was on your Facebook, I was on your Instagram.
okay.
There's like
that'd be
medium,
like
which
8
is
years
like,
old.
you know, I know that this girl is going to this party, so I'm gonna just casually be there as well. And then there's like high level, like you kind of crazy stalking, like, all right, I'm following you, I'm popping up, and
You never looked at your girl phone percent to see if she was out the night before?
I
Me neither.
never heard.
What?
Oh, this guy.
He clearly has, because nobody else does that.
That's really creative because I wouldn't even have thought of that. That's super creative.
You never.
Bro, what are you going on Reddit and look up random
He
shit?
be looking at her battery utilization, like what? How does that happen?
Look at the mileage on the car.
Like,
are you
3
that
a.m.,
person?
she was
You
sending a
drove
bunch of text
30
You never
messages.
looked at the mileage on the car?
No, we're in New York.
I was saying nobody in New York got
Yeah,
a
what car?
for you.
You
Car.
are the anomaly. It's you.
Car.
But this is all shit I did in college, though.
So wait. So the mileage could be like 90,001, and then he's like, "Yo, it's 90,004.
So-
Shit is only 2 miles. What the
could've
fuck
been
is
7
the
miles
bus
to the
stop.
job. So how much more miles could you accumulate on the way over
Maybe
there,
she
bro?
went and stopped and got gas on the way.
But why would she
Not
stop
for
and
2
get
miles.
gas on the way?
What if it took a while
Not
to
for 2
find
miles. What you
parking?
need gas for?
Because you used her car the night before.
Who's she
I didn't.
fucking at the gas station? That's the real question.
What's the extra miles for?
Where's the correlation there? Like,
Wow, what else do you do, Fat?
I
mean, what else do
can't.
you
I gotta think of crazy times in my life. You've never
y'all some crack.
you never texted her phone to see what your name comes up as?
No, because it's always...
What?
You never texted his phone to see what
You
your
a
name comes up?
lie.
So it's just
Never.
me. I thought
No.
you had me.
I've definitely
Thank
done that
you.
before.
You
Oh, nah.
crazy with me?
Never.
Okay. You
Y'all
ain't never
niggas
fake
are-
lost your
y'all
phone. Was like, call
secure.
my phone real quick.
Y'all secure
no.
as fuck then. I must be insecure.
No, I don't think it's that. They just think I know nobody. That's what that is.
Hold
They
on,
don't date.
what? No,
They don't
please tell
date,
me
clearly.
why. I'm doing this all wrong. Maybe I should be tricking people more often.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Tricking people.
Yeah. What other tricks do you do? Oh, I lost
Yeah,
my
that's-
phone.
You never went to
call it?
dinner.
That's
Got your
crazy.
number.
You never went
When
to
was the
dinner.
last time you did that?
I can't.
You never went to dinner. No, what? No, I called. I texted their phone to see what I'm saved as.
No, but then you didn't.
Why?
You said.
Why? What?
No, I
Oh.
said sometimes I'll fake like I can't find my phone. Like call
And
it for
then
me.
call, oh, no,
Why
no,
would
no,
you
no.
care?
Yeah.
I taken a picture of somebody and then said, "Yo, I got sent it to you. Pass me your number." And then take the number.
I thought in college I've done that. Like, yo, let's take a
I
picture.
can't.
Yo, what's your number? So I can
You've
text
never
you. I've done that.
Y'all are clever. I would have never thought of anything like that.
What, taking a picture of the
It's
person?
be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
like, oh, let me
it's
see your
even
picture.
randomly, like
Consensual.
just taking pictures with
But it's
random
still
people.
consensual. They
It
can be
It
like, ah,
is.
should be like, yo, text
But you
me.
can't do that now because now somebody say something like that. I'm just like, just airdrop it to me.
Oh, niggas would be like,
And if you got
what's your
an
Oh,
ID?
Android,
airdrop. Assuming
yeah.
you got an iPhone.
Yo, speaking of airdrop,
assuming
it'd be
you
some
got it.
creepy crap happening with airdrop. Like,
Talk about it.
I have gotten like random dick pics, people sending me their like notes and stuff on the train.
Don't you gotta
like-
accept it?
That's weird.
Well, mine is set to everybody because I just don't care. But like sometimes people will send me stuff and I just be like, why would you do that?
Did you look
Why?
around to see who it was?
Yeah, of
What's
course.
wrong,
And he was looking
And
at
I be
you?
mad.
Oh, it's
no,
just people-
everybody be sending
No,
out.
airdrop
People
is
just
what-
drop-
That's why- that's-
I did not know
randomly
that.
airdrop
it is
stuff
really
to
random.
me. Yeah,
I don't have an iPhone.
That's why it happens
li-
because you
listen.
get you
Wait,
see
hold up,
you
so-
give them validation when you do that because they send the dick pic and then you're like and then they're like
Because I get out.
I'm just saying I'm just saying
No.
Hold up, what you think people do? The airdrop? I didn't even know that was a shit.
Yeah, like you can pretty much airdrop almost anything.
That's a beast.
So like people have written notes to me like, oh, excuse me, hey blonde hair, or, like sexy, whatever. Like
Yeah, why?
yo turn that shit off what's wrong with you what is wrong with you
Yeah, why do you need it on all the
What?
time?
Because you don't
Like,
care.
it's
you want these
habit.
stories.
It's
You-
habit. Like
Yeah, right.
it's through
No.
Bluetooth. So it's like my Bluetooth is always
Turn
on
it
there for
off.
my airdrop is on. If my phone is unlocked
Yo, people can
and I'm
probably
on
hack
it.
the
Niggas
fuck out
sending
of
dick
shit.
pics, bro, on the
Yes.
train.
Yes.
Now you know what you
I'll never
do?
forget I was on the plane and
No,
somebody
that's
sent
enough,
it
dude.
like mass sent it. This is like for real. Like I was on a plane and somebody mass sent it and mad people were like, "Oh my god, why would you do this?" I was like, "Okay, it wasn't just me." Like people are trifling.
The funniest
People
part
are really
is that
trifling.
you gotta send it and kind of just back.
And I laugh.
oh man
Yeah.
Just look away.
For who's impressed? Who's
Let me find out you be sending stuff, Lowe's.
I didn't know you can do that.
Yeah, right.
Are you serious?
I didn't know you can randomly dick pic somebody.
Yes.
I thought you had to have their number or something like that.
No, it will show whoever's in your general vicinity. Oh Lord, he looking like, let me make sure I got my iPhone set up later.
Just a train full of dick pics, bro. Just start sending your dick
Bruh.
out.
that's crazy I did
Just
not
make
know that
sure-
was a
But
thing
doesn't
Yeah.
your phone name pull up?
That's what I was gonna say. You gotta make sure your name is not on there. So sometimes I guess people will just change the name of their phone. Like it'll just say like from
Oh,
iPhone.
nah,
Because if you
I'm
just randomly
fooled.
sent some shit to me, you would have been.
LeBron.
And I'm gonna look away.
has his government name like a picture of him
Black
his
dude on the train,
graduation
so
photo
obviously you. Okay.
Wearing the same shirt on the train.
yeah just took the picture
That's
I
funny.
can't. I cannot.
that's crazy
So yeah,
man.
we
fucking
agree. We all
hilarious.
can't be a part of you since nobody.
Nobody's
That
that
ain't
crazy.
stalker.
it's fucking weird
I wouldn't want to be. I got a life to live. Flights to catch. No.
What other places have you been to that you really like?
What did I say? Ibiza.
Dominican Republic?
So y'all never
I'm
like.
actually staying away from DR.
Wait. All right,
Yeah.
so keep going then.
I've just heard
Soda.
a lot of horror stories about DR.
Damn.
Not even horror, like, oh my
It's the
God,
people.
Wait, how
are
many horror
dying.
stories?
Like,
People that come from
horror, like, yeah, me and my niggas went down there and ran a train on 17 bitches, like, da-da-da. And I'm just like, I don't think I want to go somewhere where, like,
Wait, 7?
people are going there.
This is a real story. She
That
used
costs too much money.
she used the prime number. Like what? Like that's a very specific. That was a real story.
No, like, I like, for real.
That's a horror story?
No, I know people who have like had similar experiences like that, where they're like, "Yeah."
He's like, "That's a horror story."
and-
Horror,
Like, for real?
horror. He's trying to wrap his head around the fact that that's a horror story.
It's
It doesn't
not
sound
really
like
a horror
man.
story. It's
It's like
just
that porn I
like
was talking about forever.
everything happens everywhere. But I feel like the only reason that people really go on vacation to DR is for like the hoes, like the prostitutes. So I'm just kind of like,
It's not because it's a beautiful island, the beautiful beaches, the nice.
How much of the
do you know how many
prostitutes in
other
DR?
beaches and islands there are around
and
DR?
it's cheap.
So is Puerto Rico. That don't
Yeah,
have the same.
but,
When you say
What about
DR,
Puerto
by
Rico?
default, at least one man in a room is gonna be like, "Yeah, I had whatever situation. I had
that's
whatever."
anywhere, bro.
That's
Like,
not necessarily true.
Do they
Because
have
I feel
prostitutes
like
in Ibiza?
if they do, I wasn't around them. I'm sure they probably do. Point is, every time I hear DR, it is always attached to some type of story like that.
Like
And for me,
prostitution.
the connotation is that people go there to hoe it out.
No,
So,
I agree.
like-
Well, you know,
I
if you're
agree, I
from,
agree.
if you're
A lot
from
of people do
America,
that.
you're
I
gonna
agree.
go anywhere else to hoe it out.
But
Yeah, you go to
DR
Miami.
is the prime
That's
spot.
like prime,
It's
like
different,
yeah.
though.
The doctors
It's
are cheaper.
like-
The women are cheaper. It's warm.
Are you
A lot of
Dominican?
developing
Yeah,
countries.
I'm
I'm
Dominican.
sorry. Let me
I
just
don't-
I apologize to any Dominican people I offended.
Nah, trust me, we're not offended, right, man? We're not offended.
Okay. Oh, you Dominican too?
No,
He looks Dominican.
A little bit, like Afro Dominican, Afro Latino.
I mean we could all pass. We can all be Dominican.
Yeah, you could definitely pass the Dominican. Both of
Really?
Yeah,
you. Yeah. Well, you could too, but you two
we
definitely.
all could be Dominican.
I would
Could
get
be.
Cuban from him.
But back to these prostitutes. So,
Are you planning to go?
No, I'm not going.
Would you
much-
like
how
some
much did they cost? Is
recommendations?
that what you
I'm
wanted to
not going
know?
Huh?
You want to know how much?
I
it
wanted to know
cost?
how much they cost. I want to know how
I
much
actually
prostitution
don't know.
costs nowadays.
I
Because
don't know.
everything's going up in price.
Just
I wanna
check
know
the
if prostitution's
index.
going up in price
Is
as
it
well.
going to be the same price when I go there? Is that what you're concerned?
Check
about?
the
Yeah.
No,
index.
I don't wanna go
As the
there.
cost
I
of
just wanna
living
know how
goes
much
up, so does the price of the
prostitutes
How
hoes.
much money to save up?
They gotta live too.
cost. No, I'm
mean,
pretty
it
sure I
makes
can afford a
sense.
prostitute no matter how much I make right now. But I'm just curious. It's like
He
what
says
is
there's
the-
prostitutes at
what's
all
the
price
running
levels.
rate?
Wow.
What?
You just said there's prostitutes at all price levels. He's
Have
like,
you
no
been
matter
to a
what, I
place
can afford
where?
one.
Like, so where else have you been to? Ibiza?
So yeah,
gotta
Ibiza.
have
I've
their
done
drop.
Costa Rica,
They
Belize.
got this dick.
I did Italy, Germany.
Germany.
Wow.
Italy, Germany.
Germany was lit, man. Yeah. So Germany. I've done
Did you
London.
go to Eiffel Tower?
I've been to where?
Do you go to the Eiffel Tower?
Did you do Eiffel
No.
Towers?
She didn't even say France. She said Germany.
Oh, my bad.
Paris. I was like,
It's close enough, right?
Bro, we're gonna edit him saying, "Have you ever been to France?" Like we're just gonna fucking edit that shit in.
I can't. Yeah. Where else have I been? I did Peru this past winter.
What's in Italy?
Pizza.
I was there to compete, actually.
Bro, what's in Italy? Are you serious? Rome,
What else?
Sicily.
You know what's crazy? I didn't do none of that when I was there.
See?
I was in
That's
northern
why I
Italy.
She went
did.
to Olive Garden. No, I'm kidding.
What's in Northern?
She went to
Olive Garden.
The Olive
I
Garden.
remember chicken.
not a Olive Garden. The Olive Garden.
The original.
The original
I can't.
with Mario and Luigi and all them,
What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
and Tony Soprano and
Is Peach,
all them.
is Peach Italian?
Peach?
She's German.
Is
No,
she?
for is she?
I don't know.
She might be German.
Bro,
No, she's from a different.
She's white, right?
No,
She's
she's
American.
guys. She's fictional.
She's
Really?
Yes, but Mario and Luigi clearly are Italian.
She
in the
might be
movie. She
German.
looked
I
Puerto
think she's-
Rican.
I think she's...
I doubt they just.
Because she doesn't wear
In
that
the
little
Super Mario
dress.
Brothers.
I doubt
Luigi
they.
Lozano?
Luigi's Puerto Rican and Mario's Italian.
Yo,
Can't.
damn. That was a dumbass question. It was funny, but that was a dumb question.
Like the Peach question?
It was funny though. So, what ethnicity is Peach? Like,
Is there any place you haven't gone to
Piccolo's
that you
black.
want to go?
I really want to go to the Seychelles, but that's like
To the
What?
the
seashells.
It's like off the
Like
coast of
she
Eastern
sees
Africa.
seashells?
That's the second time I'm hearing about this shit.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Is it
very
an
much
old?
like
Is it
a-
an old Portuguese colony? I think.
Seashells?
I'm
in
not
Europe?
sure. I've just
It's
seen
it's
pictures.
it's like an island off the coast of Africa, like East
Yeah.
Africa.
there.
What's
or
the history of that? Like, what's the mix of
it's just beautiful. Like, a lot of people go there for their honeymoon because it's like basically like going to like Jamaica or something, but like in East Africa. You said they got Waffle House?
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Yo, that's really important.
Wi-Fi.
Why wouldn't they have Wi-Fi?
Because it's a small island.
So? That doesn't mean
pays-
it's a third world country.
Who pays for their Wi-Fi?
Who pays for your
Bill
Wi-Fi?
Clinton.
How did they get Wi-Fi? Did Verizon reach out to Seashells? The
Maybe.
Seashells?
Yeah.
Seashells.
Seashells. S-E-Y.
Like she sees.
S-E-
SEYCHELLES, I think.
How does this?
Seychelles.
Seashells.
I don't
It's
know
like
how
the
it's
Maldives.
pronounced,
Huh?
The Maldives.
The what?
Everybody be like, oh my
They're-
God,
they're-
I'm going to the Maldives. No, it's
The Maldives.
The
I like that.
Maldives.
I like the Maldives
We're going to the
better.
Maldives.
The
this evening.
Maldives.
The Maldives.
Oh, you mean the
The
Maldives?
Seychelles and the
You're
Maldives.
annoying.
Me? Well then.
All of y'all, actually.
Well then.
Oh, fair
I
enough.
don't know, you like the lesser of the three.
That's annoying.
I think it's
I don't know why
proximity.
people keep saying that. Yeah, it's because you're not near.
Yeah. It's definitely a proximity
I
thing.
can't.
So you're trying to go to Seychelles?
Yeah, that
You're
would be
going
like
to
a dream
Maldives?
destination for me. Maldives, yes.
Maldives. The Maldives.
Maldives.
Y'all are
I'm trying to go
ignorant.
to Herpes. You ever been out?
What?
You want what? Herpes? What the fuck are you?
The Canary Islands? You guys never been to the Canary Islands? It's a collection of
It's a connection.
collection
What is
of islands.
wrong with you,
I-
bruh? Like,
So Tara, do you
no,
have
no, I'm not.
Tara, do you have any hobbies?
No,
You don't rap?
I sleep.
You don't do poetry. You don't produce your own film.
Listen, I'd be really ashamed of myself because I feel like everybody has like some type of extracurricular that they love and just.
Box.
I'd be in the house sleep, drinking.
She bought some people's faces.
Okay, so you're a drinker.
I am.
And a
I
TV
am.
watcher. Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Traveling is
yeah,
my hobby.
That's my hobby.
It's like not everyone needs to have. Oh yeah, I have this passionate thing that I do. Like as long as you enjoy your time and
The
that's
passionate thing that
what
I
it
do is 100% traveling. 100%. Like,
could-
if I'm not here, I'm in another country or another state.
I could definitely go with that. That's cool. I like
She wanted me to
travel.
go, but I didn't want to stay in somebody's basement.
Where?
Everywhere that she go, she
The
stays in
Seychelles?
the
Your
basement.
friend is
Everywhere she
like
goes, she stays in the
trifling.
basement.
So he believes that when you travel, like you have to stay in like some
Five-star.
5-star
No,
resort.
I disagree with that.
Thank
I
you.
strongly
Thank
disagree.
you.
No doubt you would.
Yeah.
My thing is like when you travel,
That's
the whole
crazy.
point
That's
of
so
traveling
He's an
stupid.
Airbnb
is like
man. I know about Airbnb because of him.
I've had one Airbnb in my life, and that was in London.
So
That
then
was
where
the
do you
only
stay
time.
when you go out?
When I go to other countries, I either stay with someone that I know.
Hostels.
I stayed at a hostel one. Either
that's-
someone,
that's the experience you think I'm doing. That's a
either.
strong
Hostel sounds
That's a
dangerous.
no.
But the thing
seen
is,
the movie.
Hostels
no,
just
the
sound
only
like
time
some restaurant.
it-
You know how much Americans go for in hostels?
nah,
Like
We
the
black,
start of
we
a
good.
fucking Taken movie.
no, we're on
taken at the
discount.
hostel.
No, but layaway. But
It needs to be like 2 for 1.
no, the only time I've been in a hostel was in Spain, and it was actually nicer than most hotels. Like
I've actually heard that.
It
The
was
hostels in
it,
Spain
it,
are
it was
some of the
not only
nicest.
was it nice, but it was, you know, if you're in like center city Madrid, all the buildings are like, you know, 400 plus years old. Everything's beautiful, so it's like
So you was in a 400-year-old bed.
They have Wi-Fi.
no. It was newer bed. It was like a shared
don't
room
wanna
with
go anywhere that
beds,
doesn't have Wi-Fi.
but it was like me and one other person. So it was like
Word.
this huge ass room and me and this other guy on the other side. This guy from Australia. He was drunk the whole time. I interacted with him, so I don't really know anything about him. But it was cool. Like when I travel, I either stay with people. So like when I went to Korea, I stayed. You
went to
stayed with
Korea?
it. Yeah.
What are we doing there?
Korean stuff.
Well, get out.
Prostitutes.
Get out.
Oh
Every time I
no.
hear about Korea, they talk about the prostitutes
Wait.
they have.
You went
No.
to Korea, right?
No, I went to South Korea. Technically, I did go to North Korea because I went on the JSA tour, and then there's one room where you could go,
Like, no, bro,
where you could
I'm-
physically go into North Korea without technically defecting or like not going
Defecting.
through
He
He
whatever.
put his big toe on
'Cause
the
that's-
side of the line.
God, yo,
That's
No.
the fucking
Right.
story.
No,
that
you
politicians come
no,
up
you
with
can't
for
even
little
you can't
shit.
even do that. You can't. I mean, you can do that. So let's say for example, when I went to South Korea, that's not even like the highlight of my trip. But like one thing, I was like, okay, I want to do the JSA tour, and there's like
I've
this
never
one-
even heard of the.
So there's this one tour company.
Japanese,
Just
No.
South
CO.
Korea of America.
There's this one tour that they collaborate with, you know, the U.S. military and the South Korean military, and you could go to the border tour. So you could go. You ever seen like a news or photo where you see like the line, the blue tents, like that sort of thing. Like that's where we went.
FEMA shit.
So no. Not quite.
That's what I'm.
It is better than FEMA, but so they essentially take you to a tour. So the first stop is like this sort of they brief you, right? The U.S. military briefs you, so they give you sort of their version of the conflict between North and South Korea, because technically they're still at war. The war never ended. So there's just like a armistice where they agree not to like fight,
Just
but
to fight.
technically
First time I heard that word was Full Metal Alchemist. Keep it
Armistice.
up.
Yeah, or maybe it's like a ceasefire or whatever. But technically, the war has never ended, so the war is still going on. So they give you a briefing. They tell you things, what to do, what not to do. So the first stop is that they actually take you on this tour into a tunnel. So even to this day, there's probably an indefinite amount of tunnels underground between North and South Korea, because the whole plan was like North Koreans would come to South Korea via underground tunnels and invade, right? And there's other reasons why they exist, but they actually take you down one of them, and you're basically going like close to a mile under. First you go underground, and you have to leave your cell phone. You can't bring a cell phone or anything. So you go, they give you hard hats, so you go all the way down. It's just like a regular sort of like mine, but then it gets more cramped and more cramped to the point where it's like you have to like crouch. Everyone has to do single file crouch, whatever. And then you get to the end, and then beyond a certain point, there's like a metal blast door, and then beyond that point is North Korea.
I feel like they made that shit up. Like,
Nah.
for the show.
A mile-long tunnel? Fuck no, bro.
Are you kidding me? For tourism? I would do that for tourism. Keep going.
I mean, but it's funny what they do, because they're actually turning a conflict that's still going on into sort of like
A tourist attraction.
Yeah, right. But
kinda fucked up.
so we went to a train station. There's like one line that goes between South Korea and North Korea. We went there.
Who'd you go with?
That was just me at the time. It was just me. Like Nick didn't even come. It was just me on the
I
tour.
don't blame you.
I wouldn't go.
So-
Fuck,
Confusing.
yeah.
And one
back
thing
here.
that's funny, right? So since it's so close to the border, there's like lots of little skirmishes and like psychological warfare and things like that. So what we heard North Korean propaganda music coming from the other side, right? And then sometimes what we heard is that sometimes they'll play like pop music just to troll them, like just like little things. And like they send drones and just like little spats or whatever. Then they took us to the top of this summit, where you could have a clear view of like North Korea, like on the other side. Like it's beautiful. It's greenery's beautiful. A lot of tourists there, and then they take.
Were you able to see the fake places? Because then they got like fake towns and shit like that they put up to that literally like empty buildings.
You couldn't see that far.
It's to like make it look more
The decoy?
appealing than it actually looks.
Oh.
Yeah. So we did that, and then we took a bus, right? So this is when we actually go to the actual border. So on the bus ride, they're like, hey, it's all good.
Pig.
Is anybody intoxicated? We just have to ask you this. The guy who was with us, he was like a private. He's just like sort of going through the motions. He's like, yeah, does anyone have any weapons on them? Everyone's like, no. Is anyone intoxicated on drugs? No. Does anyone plan on defecting to the Republic of North Korea today? And then everyone's like, no. He's like, oh yeah, so we gotta ask you that. And then someone asked, has anyone ever done that? He's like, yeah, it's happened before. Like someone has actually ran to the other side.
Like, fuck it, I'm out of
And
here.
then then what happened recently,
I made it.
I think it was either like last year or 2 years ago, a couple years ago, a North Korean actually defected and crossed the border. He was shot multiple times.
Oh, shit.
He survived though. He survived.
Go ahead.
They recovered him on the other side. He survived. So it's like
Good for now. You about to drink? Oh,
You didn't open your
my bad, y'all.
gift.
it's all
Let's
good.
edit this out.
It's all good. So long story short, we go to the border, and it's like just like South Korean soldiers, right? They call them the rocks, right? The ROKs or ROCs or something like that. They call them rocks. Right? So they're just standing there with sunglasses on, like just not moving at all. And then there's this blue room where North Koreans and South Koreans used to meet to like have like treaty talks. and one half of the room goes into North Korea. So that's the room that we went into, and then I was taking pictures, being goofy. But one thing that they warn you, they're like, "Yo, do not get too close to the South Korean soldiers, because like we're not responsible for what happens to you. You don't get
They can put it in your head.
yeah, basically like you don't So it was a cool experience. It was sort of a tension, but it was funny enough. There was only one North Korean soldier on the other side. Like it's just one of them. He's just standing there, and the funny thing is, it's like the only time they have like the big show where they have North Koreans out is when someone important comes.
What am I?
Well, we already talked about that. Why'd you pass it on?
Cause I went about to drink it.
Oh, we gotta get close.
Where's the chaser? The
Chaser?
ice?
What?
I don't drink this straight.
Oh, it's cool.
You asked for dark.
I did ask for dark, and you went and got the nicest
I got
thing.
you.
That's not nice.
Appreciate you.
That's nice.
That's the nicest. Appreciate you.
Long story short, South Korea was the shit.
Yeah, it was a nice.
Yeah, it was good. Where else have I been? So I've been to South Korea, Australia, England, Spain, Morocco, Jamaica, and
Morocco.
So you
in
never
October.
listen to her vernacular to see if she picked up slang from other people, to see if she talking to other people.
what do you mean?
You're
You're a stalker.
You
It's
never,
okay.
you never did that.
No.
Oh, you mean like?
No.
Yo, we went that way, bro. Where you,
Oh, you mean like absorb
why your
their
seat so
slang?
far back?
Nah.
Why your passenger seat so far back?
Nah,
What's
there have
going
been
on?
times where I've been questioned because like sometimes I'd be listening to like real gangster rap.
When you pick up new
And,
words, and
yeah,
what
like
did you
I'll be like, yo, listen, put this song on or put that song on, and be like, how do you know that? Like I like Jeezy, like that's my shit. So,
but I'm bugging. He about to get the glasses. He coming.
oh.
But I'm bugging.
I like London slang. It's hilarious.
Lemon slang, what is that?
I said London.
London.
We had
Oh.
our whole
In
end
it.
of, end
In
of
it, bro.
season 3.
In
it
it.
was just London
In it.
slang.
What
Because
is
of Top
that?
Boy.
Bruh.
It's what is it? Seltzer? Soda?
We all gonna share a cup?
Nah, we ain't chasing.
Y'all not? Oh, y'all just gonna take it to the head? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not gonna. I'm gonna bring
What
more
is
cups.
this?
Seltzer for you because you
But chaser.
Can you hold that?
soft
please?
as fuck.
First of all, tickle my balls. Oh wait, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Did you hear the sound?
That's good. That's good. That's good. Thank
That
you.
was so good.
That's a lot.
It's ice.
That's
The ice
ice.
makes it look bigger than what you think it is.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Yo, to Dominican prostitutes.
Oh my god, this motherfucker.
Yo, if you found
Yeah,
out your
what's
cousin
wrong?
was a prostitute, how would you feel?
I don't give a fuck.
You don't care if your cousin's a prostitute?
I mean, I don't know.
You
There's
wouldn't, you wouldn't talk her out of it?
there.
Like, there's a better way to go about this?
It depends.
So prostitution and sex work.
This is actually really smooth.
Sex work? She talked about sex work, remember? She said sex work can
shocked.
be anything from...
So are you clarifying like prostitution?
I'm talking about
like,
prostitution.
Or, okay.
Well, what's the difference between sex work and prostitution?
No, sex work is the umbrella. Prostitution is a facet.
What were you gonna say, Edwin? Before I interrupted you?
He said he's a prostitute.
It depends. Like,
Of course, it depends.
It depends on what your cousin's doing.
Salud.
yeah.
Salud.
Thank you.
I
Oh,
picked up
shit.
so much Spanish when I was in Peru.
Oh, real Spanish.
What a time. Yeah. I'm good.
Arriba.
It's
Wow.
actually
So,
like
uh,
smoother than I
centro.
thought it would
So
be.
what do I get?
Can you
The
give it to him
lento.
before he sit down?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
It's smooth. I was shocked.
What's the craziest thing you ever seen in New York since you've been here?
Ooh, I don't know.
I didn't see this, but a friend of mine told me the story, and it's disgusting. You want to hear the story?
Absolutely.
It's no. It was
I mean,
disgusting.
I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
worse than
Right.
dick pics and drop boxes?
Disgusting.
Or-
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
here.
Like,
Test us.
so
Let's see.
it's outright like disgusting. I'm just gonna forewarn y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
One of my
see.
friends says she was on a train late one night, and this homeless man got on the train, and she couldn't tell if he was like drunk or just intoxicated or what, but he was like kind of swaying back and forth and just like talking to himself. And so she said it was only her and one other white woman on the train, and he came up to her, asked her for some change.
Are they both white?
No, she's black.
Okay.
So came up to her, asked her for some change. She was like, no, I don't have any. He was like trying to hassle her. She was like, I don't have anything. He kept going. She said he proceeds to go over to the woman and starts like going like this, like he was about to throw up on her. And she like moved away. And she said he like calmed down, but then he walked up to her again, pulled his pants down and shit like all over her. And
All over her?
Yes. And she was like, it wasn't just like poop poop, it was like liquid, like projectile, like
She should have given
yes.
that motherfucker the money.
And he said, she said that the woman just started screaming and like went crazy.
He said she should have gave her the money.
She should have been more elusive.
Oh,
I would have
been elusive.
Yeah, I'm pretty
from
sure. I think
jump.
I would have dodged.
I would have been elusive.
Yeah.
Bro,
But she
you
said
come
like the
this
way
close
that
to me,
it
I'm out.
happened though was like it was so nonchalant.
He might
that,
have
she
been
wasn't
ninja. He might have
expecting
been.
that. Like it was just like so random. But like when she told me, I was like, oh,
That's pretty
God.
crazy.
I would have had to kill somebody that day. I would be in jail.
Killer bomb.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Imagine getting shitted on. Literally.
He's thinking about the times with those prostitutes. He's like,
In DR.
He's like, oh, not that bad.
Nah, yeah. I see wild shit. Like men have like flashed me. Men have like said lewd things to me.
That's
I've been
crazy.
cussed out before for not giving up my number. But like that for me was like the worst story I've ever heard of like living in New York.
It's
City.
horrible because it's actual, like, you have physical remnants of that situation on
I
you.
would burn everything.
That's crazy. I wouldn't
I would have
blame
naked.
you.
I would have went home ass naked. Naked.
I would have vomited.
Yeah, she did.
I think I would have beat the shit.
She did.
But
She said she just kept screaming and she just started throwing up because she was so disgusted.
I would have been on.
And I was like,
as soon as he would have came in the train, I would have been like,
on
like-
guard immediately. Because I'd be
I
like,
would have just walked out the train. I'd be like,
yeah, what about like, I'm not gonna be
no,
nowhere
leave
near
the
you,
fuck
bro.
alone.
As soon as I would have seen him getting too close, I would have.
That's just
Every-
unfortunate.
You know how the
It
train
is,
is. You know how the train is
'cause-
split in 3 parts. Every part he would have touched, I would have went to the other.
What if he chased you?
I'll get on the train.
What if the
what
if you're going from 59 to 125?
Then we gonna play DoorDash, and we gonna be in the middle of the door like this
Whole place
until
is-
one of
Yo,
us is
yo,
not.
play-
That's
okay,
always
my
that's the
Subway
shit that always
Surfer.
makes me laugh when like the train is crowded and you see like this one empty spot and you're just like, yeah, yo, I'm about to get
And
in
a
there. You
bum
go in there,
just
it's just
fucked
like,
on it, right?
boom, my man. It's like a force field of just odor like around you. It's just like
It's that third part of the train.
That's the worst.
You ever got on the train and the whole train empty? And you like, nah, something.
There's no AC and there's no-
bro.
it's usually no AC. And I just sit
And you
there.
like,
I take
oh.
it.
Yeah, I love
I'd be like,
the no
whatever,
AC
bro. At least I
car.
got a seat.
I'll deal with that.
Yeah.
No, you
Yeah,
deal with
I'll
it.
take it.
I deal with it.
I'll deal with that.
I've only been in one like rush hour train in my life that was like completely, like the car was empty. It was no smell, no anything, and it was like the weirdest experience.
Because somebody died
this
before
is-
you got on that fucking car.
This was
bro.
like
They're probably
Somebody
doing
got
some real
shot
shit.
on some like
Well,
Joker
like-
type shit. Like,
it was crazy. It was weird. It was like just moving normal. It was uptown too. It was just like
The crazy thing about New York is that niggas just mind their business. So there could be some crazy shit happening, and people kind of just be looking.
I think that's one thing that frustrates me about New York. Like,
We don't give a fuck.
you could be being assaulted and nobody's gonna intervene. They're just gonna be like, "Oh, should have mind your business." Like,
2 stories to this.
yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, there's always some coming into the train and yelling some crazy shit. Like, I'm gonna punch the next person that looks at me. No, oh, the next person that coughs.
Everybody here.
And then a little kid coughs.
Everybody
And it was
better, like-
the little kids are immune. That's exactly what he said. Like, I'm gonna punch the next person that just doesn't fucking cough. That coughs with their mouth open. And the little kid goes, he's like, little kids are immune. I was like, I ain't
That's
fucking at
funny.
all. I'm like, I ain't fucking with this crazy ass
You
motherfucker.
was ever at a
Drop
party?
out.
You was ever at a party and somebody was like, "Yo, next person that nobody here. I fuck anybody up in here." You know, that never was at a party and niggas say that.
nah.
I've tried to.
Damn.
What type of party did you be at?
Nah, I was with the nigga.
Oh, but you from Brooklyn, bro.
I was with the guy.
I've definitely been in scenarios where people have fucking wild out. Like,
Okay.
Yo, I fuck anybody up in here.
No, that would make me nervous if
And
I was
somebody be like-
with the person.
Somebody be like, "Not me." Who said that?
Nah, I'd rather not be with the person than be with the person
I was at a
because
party.
he's attracting the wrong type of shit, and you're gonna be fucked up with him if something happens.
He's Vegeta. That's what he is. He's just a fucking
Nobody said
bluffer.
it. Nobody said nothing to me.
Exactly.
I was at a party with it was mad of us. It was me, V, D Wade, and like 7 of our bros.
D-Wade.
So the nigga walked in and he was like, yo, fuck out. It was cops outside. So he was like, yo, everybody shut the fuck up. What he said? Everybody shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna beat you up or some shit like that. So this nigga V goes, no, you not. He said, who said that? So V goes, I said that. And he looked over, and then we all stood up. He was like, oh, all right. I just wanted to know who said it. That's all I wanted to know, and just kept it moving.
That's
I was
funny.
like, you pussy, bro. He was gonna get the shit beat
He
out of him.
had to
bro.
be. Like, who would look at y'all and be intimidated?
They was
like, no
mad at
shade.
us.
Ooh.
No shade. Like,
Ooh.
We're all 6'7" and it's dark.
I mean, if it's 1 versus
6'8", sorry.
you're 6'8".
We're all 6'8".
You're 6'8".
We're all 6'8".
Okay.
Stocky fellas.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it was mad. This is back when I was bodybuilding.
When?
Bodybuilding days.
When? What year?
2000.
never built.
2000 what?
He's like
I've never broke my body before.
He's like two.
Oh
20,
my
23.
god.
Nah, but it was 14 of us and one of him, so.
That's fair.
Imagine you
Imagine
beat
if-
the shit out all. He's fucking up. Like it, man. He just beat the shit out.
It's happened before.
You see somebody beat up 14 people?
I've seen people. It'd be like 6, 7 against 1, and dude be taking people out
Yeah, I
like
remember that.
one by one.
Distinctively, I didn't see that one distinctively.
That's
I
super
remember-
World Star
rare.
used to have
That's
stuff.
that's
In
super
high
rare.
school.
99.99%.
4 of those people weren't fighting.
Yeah.
But my man, it's just like most of us don't fight. It's just like most of us don't know how to fight. At
Do you
all.
know?
But that makes it worse.
But to let
No, I used to fight a little
What?
bit.
Oh, okay.
You can wildly haymaker to let one person
But-
beat up 7 of you and your friends?
Son, if 7 people that have there's 8 people fighting without any type of experience, and you have one person can get lucky. I think that many times in a row.
I don't see that shot.
Yeah, I mean,
If
you
they're
could. Yeah,
awesome-
you
awesome-
have.
awesome
Yeah, you can
essence
get
shit.
lucky. You can
Awesome
get
essence-
lucky because
essence-
if
essence-
it's just physics. You have like how many people, how much amount of mass on this one. Like it's not like the
But
movie.
we're
I
assuming
can think
that
of a few of
they're
my big
rushing
ass
at one
friends.
time.
Yeah.
People
Or it's like a
coming
kung,
in one by
people are
one.
probably-
it's like a kung fu
That's
movie,
what-
like where they're all waiting on the
People are
side.
probably
You fuck
afraid
up
of
one
getting
guy.
hit. Nobody wants to get hit. That's the issue.
Yeah, you rush it.
Like, oh
Catch
wait,
one
they're like,
time.
yo,
Yeah.
let me see, just in case he needs help. Bam, knocked out. Fuck.
I've definitely
now,
seen that
now
happen.
you're
You go and
afraid.
try to
Once
help
you
your
see,
friend
once you
get
see
beat
man
up.
number 1 go down, you're like,
I heard that punch, and you hear that
and the thug.
it sounds like some shit dislocated. Like
Now we're all backing up like,
I'm not trying to walk into that ass.
wait a minute.
That's crazy.
But if all 4 of y'all going with the same energy, you should be able to stop that one person.
Yeah.
If
Unless
2
they
people
jump
going
up,
with the same energy, you
and
can
then
stop
all
that.
Yeah.
4 of you hit each other at the same time.
That would
What?
be really
Like
unfortunate.
he jumps
Like
up
the Power
and then you
Rangers?
just go boom.
Oh, and he
then
dropped.
I like that's some like movie
you guys all
type.
run at once, and
then
he
you
just
do a backflip,
jumps in the
right?
air, and it's just like boom.
And then you do a backflip right, and then you land on your toes,
On
and
your
then
3-point.
yeah, on your 3-point stance.
I
And
can't.
then you start running.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yo, this is so smooth. I was not expecting that.
You're
You
welcome.
never had it before?
No, I usually drink like Hennessy or Douce,
Ew.
but not Douce not so much. But Hennessy, yeah.
You're not from New York.
I know.
Is there any other place you think you want to live for? Live at?
Live for?
Live for it.
You know what? I really liked Peru.
You said Detroit?
Really, Peru?
You said Detroit? No, I'm playing.
What is wrong with you, bruh?
You want to live in Peru?
I would live there, yeah. So when I went down there, I was out there for about 2 weeks. So I did a couple of days in Machu Picchu or Cusco, and then I did a couple of days in Lima. And Lima is beautiful. Like, it looks like LA, but everybody speaks Spanish. It looks like LA, but it's in South America. So I was just like,
Come on, say everybody
Does
speaks
everybody
Spanish.
speak English?
exactly. That's why I was like, everybody speaks Spanish in LA too. So, but it was gorgeous. It was like right on the water. Kind of gave me like a Santa Monica kind of feel. So I would definitely live there. I really, really, really loved Antigua. Like, a lot of people be like, "What, that baby island?" But like, it's beautiful and it has 365 beaches. So I would definitely have a vacation like
Damn,
home
that's
there.
one beach a day.
365 beaches?
Yeah,
One
that's
beach
what they're
a
known
day,
for.
bro.
365 beaches.
Why don't they just make it a one whole beach?
Because it really is one whole beach because it's an island, but whatever. The point is, they have 365 beaches.
They just say shit.
It's marketing. No one's gonna
It
go and
is.
count that
It is
shit.
marketing.
Yeah, but it's beautiful
If you're
though.
off by 3.
Like, I've been to a lot of Caribbean islands,
the
and I would
stars.
say,
It's
like,
like millions of stars.
You know
Is
it.
it?
Why isn't that a marketing thing? 365 beaches
It
a
is their
year.
marketing
That
thing.
should just be thing.
Bitches.
365 bitches?
y'all so trifling.
What is this, DR?
That is, yeah, that's DR.
DR slogan?
365 bitches a year. Oh my god,
That's funny.
that's terrible.
But yeah, so Antigua's beautiful, and then I would say of all the Caribbean islands, St. Lucia's definitely like top tier, number one. Like, it's just a different type of energy there. That's like the Seychelles of like the Western
Could
Hemisphere.
you describe it?
Not really. It's just a lot of landscape. Like, it's got mountains, it's got beaches, and I think the people there, like, you kind of get the same vibe across all the Caribbean islands, but like
Mm-hmm.
the way St. Lucia is, because it's very like mountainous, so you
Yeah.
have like a lot of views and stuff.
Okay.
Breathtaking.
Yeah, I think people from the Caribbean come to New York and be like, "Oh my God, the buildings
I
are so
think
tall."
I think
Yeah.
anyone.
Weather's
I
so
think
frigid.
anyone.
Yeah.
I think anyone does it. It is, or they might not even have it in their head, but it's like when you're in a new environment that has so much shit. It's like it's overstimulation. It's like
100%.
it's like shit is just going off. Like even when I go to like other countries, when I went to Seoul, for example, like you know, I'm used to the city. It's a big city, but it's just a different type of thing. So it's like I was just way more alert, just existing. Like I was just. My eyes are constantly drawn to different things as I seen shit I never seen before.
was like-
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, like, wow.
That's how you
yeah.
get robbed.
No, you don't get robbed in
in
Seoul,
New York.
bro.
That's what they look for.
Oh yeah.
You look for the guy like this, and they rob
I
you.
told you I got robbed in Peru. That shit hurt my feelings, bro.
What?
Yes. Brand new iPhone 11. I think I told you the story, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can act like you can't hear it.
Damn.
But tell them
What
the
happened?
story. So I was in Peru, met a couple girls, and they were like mad cool. And so
Prostitutes.
Said, oh my god. I mean, maybe, but
they
like,
weren't. No, like the girl that I met, she was like a complete sweetheart. Absolutely
Yeah.
loved her. Her name was Angie. And so one of her friends had like this really beautiful penthouse. You're annoying. Angela, but she was actually Venezuelan. But anyway, point is, I was supposed to meet her, and one of her friends had like a beautiful penthouse apartment with like a rooftop pool situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I was waiting on her to go to the penthouse.
But when
so
we do it in New York, you're not with it.
I didn't get robbed. No, I'm kidding.
I was around her for like 3 days at that point. So it was just like, it was
Damn,
whatever.
she was working.
That's the long. That play's the long time.
plan.
That's the long
No,
time.
you know what? Like, so that was, okay. So
They're like
that
on the
situation-
73rd hour, we got her. Like,
You're annoying.
Trust me. She trust me.
No,
comfortable.
I was
She
mad
trusts me.
because I was in Peru with somebody, and that person I was in Peru was just whack. Like, didn't want to go nowhere, didn't want to do nothing. So
I
I
hate
was
that.
out by myself,
Yeah.
essentially.
That's how
They want to.
And
that's why I don't travel with people.
Yes, definitely like you. I was like, not the same thing. So, long story short, most of the time that I was in Lima, I was out by myself, and like I was going to bars, just kind of like meeting people, and I was just like, all right, well, if nothing else, I'll at least have somebody to like link with, so I don't look like a fucking crackhead being like at a bar by myself. So I ended up meeting her. And funny enough, I actually spent New Year's with them, and that was the day that I met them. So I was at a stranger's house on New Year's. So you got that one.
Not following,
You got that
following
one.
rules. It's just like fuck
Anyway.
it. New country, fuck it.
Y'all,
Right.
listen, honestly,
New York, fight.
truly.
New York.
Peru, stranger.
Yeah, she's like, New York? Nah, but in fucking South America. Wow.
You know what? Like, and the way that actually
Going
happened is
to
hilarious.
Escobar's house and
So-
shit. Like,
Funny enough, the person that I was hanging out with some black guy who had saw me on the Explore page on Instagram, DM'd
He
me.
viewed you, son.
Listen, and he was black. I was like, oh my God, it's a black person in Peru. So I
That's
was very
exactly
excited.
what they
Long story
tricked you.
short, we linked up at Starbucks. So I had to make sure he wasn't like a crackhead or nothing. He was mad cool. And I was like,
Starbucks
okay.
is the place.
It was. Like, serial killers don't hang out there, obviously.
Well, that one. Does.
So,
no, I think serial killers do hang out
listen,
there.
I'm here to tell the
They
story.
work behind
so, long story short,
Americans love Starbucks.
ended up going to some random stranger's house for New Year's, and I had a ball. That's how like I met all of them. But anyway, back to the story. I'm standing on the street corner, like with my phone in my hand, like this, waiting for my homegirl to meet me there. And so some random like a moped rides up on the sidewalk, snatches the phone straight out of my hand, and just drives off. And I was just like for a second, I was just like, wow, I just got robbed. Like, I thought it was her at first. So I didn't do anything. Yes, that's why I was really mad. So I get up, and by the time I realized what's happening, I'm like, all right, go get your damn phone. Like, I'm mad. Bruh.
So we,
Listen, I was so mad. So I'm literally like
Did he airdrop
sprinting
it?
down the block, chasing.
he airdropped himself.
I hate y'all. I cannot. So I'm literally sprinting down the block trying to chase after this man to get my phone back. And I was about to catch up to him because it was a moped. It wasn't like it was going more than like 20, 30 miles an hour.
You
So-
ran 20
Listen,
Wait,
What a runner!
have you ever seen Terminator 2?
yes.
That
That was knees to chest that day. Okay, it was knees to
And you ran
chest.
track, so it was right. It was right for you.
Listen, I was out.
You ran
Okay.
track. He's like,
So yeah, so I used to run track. So like I had to retain some of that speed, and my adrenaline obviously was up. So right when I'm about to
drinking
catch
too?
up
You
to
was
this
sober?
man, no, I was very sober. I was
oh,
so
if I was drinking, I would have been
mad.
2 miles faster.
Right when I'm about to catch up to this man, the light changes to red, and I can't run out to the intersection.
He was following the signals?
He kept going. He ran into the intersection, almost got hit. And so by that point, I was like, I can't.
Tom Cruise.
It was really something out of a movie. Like, it was wild. So I finally stopped on the street corner. I'm just like, damn. Like, I'm sitting there like, fuck, I ain't got no phone. Like, what am I going to do? Another random motorcycle pulls up next to me and is like yelling at me in Spanish. And I'm like, I don't know what he's saying. And he stops and he's like, essentially, he's like, ayúdame, vámonos, like, come on, like. And I realized that he's trying to tell me to get on the back of his car. So I hop on the back of this random man's motorcycle.
Taxi.
Yo, alive.
This is way worse than anything I've ever done. Like, yo, ayúdame, come, like.
Long story short, I am like on the back of this man's motorcycle, and we're like sprinting down the block trying to chase this man down. And I'm so upset. It really, listen, I think it was a setup, but whatever. And I think it was a setup because as we're chasing him down, he's like getting further and further away, and I'm just like, damn, like whatever. And reality starts to set in, and I'm just like, Tara, you don't know whose car or moped or motorcycle, whatever. Like, you don't know whose moped you're on right now. Like, this really could have been a whole plot. Like, reality really kicked in. I'm like, you need to get off this bike. So I'm like, excuse me. All right, sir. Like, I want to get off. And he just keeps driving. And I'm like, I want to get off. And he's like, and like, it's just completely ignoring me. So we finally put up to a red light. And as soon as we get to the red light, like, I immediately hopped off. And I'm so mad because, like, now I'm, like, blocks away from where I'm supposed to be my homegirl. I don't have a phone to call her and let her know. And then on top of that, when I was sprinting, we were going swimming. So I had on a dress and flip-flops, and now I have no idea where one of my flip-flops is at. So I just look like a whole crackhead on the side of the road with no phone. And I'm just like... I was so mad, like, and I still never got my phone back. Somebody random tried to call me because I did the little find my iPhone thing when I got back to the hotel with my work phone, and they were talking Spanish, so I couldn't even understand like what they were saying. But I was so mad.
Did you break
Like, they probably said, I got your phone.
Brick it? Oh, like, report it stolen?
Gringa?
Yeah, of course. So they can't use it, but literally, this happened in December. I got that phone in October. Pissed.
Damn, an 11 too.
It's a good ass story.
No, it's just a regular 11.
Story.
That's a good ass story.
It was. Like, honestly, like, my time in Peru was so lit that I just couldn't even be mad because I'm like, everything that happened out here was obviously supposed to happen for a reason, but like...
You got robbed and you still want to go back.
Yeah, I would. I got robbed for a reason. I wouldn't think... I ain't come here to get robbed.
What'd you learn? What did I learn?
Don't go around with an iPhone 11.
Listen,
don't text like this.
Honestly. Like, for real. Like, honestly, you know what it was? I was in a really, really nice part of Lima because there was, like, parts where they're, like... Even the girl I met was, like, you don't go here because they will literally shoot you on sight because they don't recognize you. And there's, like, severe classism there and colorism. So it's, like... Me being obviously black, like, I look like a target. I've got blonde hair and I'm a black girl in, like, this hood of... wherever, the West Bumblefuck, Peru.
Probably think you're American.
So, oh yeah. I'm sure they were like, oh yeah, she's American. And I really do think that man targeted me because it wasn't...
I'm not Dominican when I go back to DR. I'm American.
You so annoying. But yeah, so I was really blown, but it really kind of reminded me that, like, you got to stay on guard wherever you at, like, in and out of the city. So I replaced my phone and everything, but I was pissed for the rest of that day. And then I left the next day. Oh, that was the worst part about it. That was my last day in Peru, and I got robbed.
I mean, it's better your last day than your first day.
Fair. I had already uploaded all my pictures,
way better,
all my flicks and everything. So
she's like, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from.
And he'd be like, gay?
Gay?
Right.
Gay?
Terrible. So yeah, that's my crazy story of me being in Peru. And it all started because I started talking to a random stranger on Instagram. Slid in my DMs. And I fell for it because he was black.
They come in all shapes and colors.
That's facts, B.
What?
They come in all shapes and colors.
Black people?
Dirt bags.
I don't think they set me up. I really do think it was a random hit. Like I think what happened because I was so deep in my phone because I was texting, I was on Instagram looking at all the likes and comments I got from the pictures I had just posted. Like I fully own
yourself.
that.
It was
fully
like karma, yo. They were like,
Yes.
stop being so fucking happy.
And the thing was,
They probably liked it before. He's like,
I really think,
right.
I think I distinctly remember there was a moped that came around once and was like fairly close, and I didn't look up.
Oh, he's probably scoping it out.
Oh yeah. He
probably hits that Starbucks regularly. He's like,
mommy, you don't hear me?
yeah. And they made it. I was so mad. And then it wasn't even like it was like in a neighborhood. It was like on a busy street where like a restaurant was. So like everybody saw it. So I came back.
If you would have called him, what you would have did?
Oh, I would have pushed that man off that bike and got my phone back. Yeah. You can't hold on to the bike and the phone. Choose one.
Huh. But what if? How big was this guy?
He was literally. He wasn't.
I would have let that shit go.
Nah.
yeah, because it would have been bad to push him off the moped only to get choke slammed
with a knife.
I didn't think that far. It was honestly, it was not one of my brightest moments, but like
shit happens.
I was very angry. Yeah, and that was like my favorite pair of flip flops. I was like, damn.
Did you ever meet her back up with her? Or you were just
so I finally found my way back, and I saw her.
She's like, "What's up?"
She literally was like, "Girl, where were you? Like I was looking for you."
Yeah, but
I was like, "Bitch, I just got
phone.
robbed." Okay.
She was like, "Where?"
She was like,
worked?
"Oh my god." Get out.
She's like, he's like,
Did you see his
bad
face?
though.
Did you see his face? No.
Nah.
We're good.
Yeah. No, she actually felt bad though because I was supposed to meet her at a set time and she was late.
Good actress.
Oh, cause she was late.
Yeah.
Wait, time out.
She was pulling off the thing, yo.
Wait, hold on. She was late. So you went through this whole experience and then she comes after.
No, so she had already told me she was running late, and it was because she had like a situation. And so she's like, "Hey, I'm
what
a few minutes late."
What was the situation? Did she specify exactly what the situation was?
No, she was waiting. No, she did.
Oh,
she told me like
I
think her family lives with her or something, and so she was waiting for some family member to come back.
Oh, she lives in Peru.
Keys. Yeah.
That wow.
Are y'all done?
So her cousin robbed you?
What family member?
Nah, you know what's crazy though?
Does the family member happen to drive mopeds?
You're annoying as hell, first of all, okay?
What's her IG?
We were talking about it.
Bring her to New York. Let's rob her the fuck back. Let's show how we really rob niggas in New York. Put her on the train late
You're
night.
annoying as hell. But nah, she felt really, really bad about it.
Put her on the train with the homeless man.
You didn't get shit on. Get robbed and shit on.
Y'all are trash.
You have an IG? You have an IG?
No, she doesn't have Instagram. She has I say MySpace. Whew, throwback.
Diablo.
She has Facebook.
You're the top 8? Oh.
You have it on Facebook?
Yeah.
That's not, at least you can look for the cousin that.
Is that one right there? I can't. No, I was mad. But
She was late.
it is what it is. No, I knew it wasn't her. Are you done? Are you done? I can't. Nah, I really don't think it was her. She was a very, very sweet girl.
So it was her cousin.
Are you finished? Or are you
Yeah, I'm done. I mean, I'm just saying.
Do y'all have any like crazy stories or anything that's happened to y'all when y'all?
No,
was
I don't get
overseas?
robbed in foreign. Nah,
Well, you don't even go nowhere. First of all, do you have a passport?
I've been to
Jamaica,
the Spanish place,
DR.
exotic
Washington
Spanish
Heights.
place. The Bronx,
I said I've been to La
Gun Hill
Marina
Road.
before it closed.
That's such a fucking vicious ass
Oh yeah, I
name.
used to go there when I worked at the hotel.
Gun Hill Road.
Well, La Marina.
You used to go to La
Oh,
Marina.
I haven't went to La Marina.
Why the fuck did you go to La Marina?
Because
Marina
there are
lit.
people.
That's fake Body Central, bro.
Yo,
That's mini Dion.
There are people from the
La Marina
hotel
used to be
that
lit.
that
shit-
lived
the
out there.
owner
We
was
used to go
actually
there.
cool.
That what?
The owner.
I don't know the owners.
La
Yeah.
Marina was wild expensive.
Maybe
Bro.
I do know the
It was.
My aunt
wild.
It was literally like $20 for like a baby
The thing I didn't
drink.
like is
And the
that it
bouncers
took us
used to
mad long to
check-
get a
used to
drink
check
because
you.
I've been there several times.
Really?
And I would get a drink,
I
and by the
never
time
got-
I was
Bro, the
done, I
bouncers
wanted
jerked me
another
off, bro.
one, like from waiting.
Yeah, I didn't think the bounce was that crazy, but like the prices was OD.
The bouncers.
You was paying
OD,
$10 for like
bro.
one
just
baby
felt like
taco. Like,
The
I mean, it feels
bouncers
like all the places I
OD.
used
The
to go
bouncers
to.
were so rough.
I grew up in the Heights. So
it's
it's
'cause
like,
you a
that
black
shit just felt
man.
mad hood.
Nah, but it was.
they
like,
loved me.
No, it
Every
is.
time I came in there, they was like, "Hola, mami, yes, ¿qué tal?"
I was wearing basketball shorts.
That's your problem.
Yo, that was the one thing, son. Yo, people go in there. It doesn't matter what you look like, as long
What
as you
you
got
wearing?
money.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
what
could
they
buy
care
a
about.
canopy for $1,200, and then you buy a
canopy?
bottle, the little
A cabana?
whatever, and then you could buy
Canopy.
What's a
I was like,
canopy?
you going
cubby-
camping? Like,
Cubby hole.
What's a canopy?
Cantaloupe.
a canopy, not a tent.
Yes.
Like the little thing. No,
He's like, yo, we went
That's
to
a
La
cabana.
Marina. We
What's a
rented out the
canopy?
cantaloupe. Like, what?
What's a canopy?
It's a cantaloupe. It's called cantaloupe.
What is a canopy?
The cantaloupe is the little.
What
thing
is
you
a
get-
canopy?
And you get at the marina.
What's a canopy?
The marina.
He said a canopy. Fuck you.
It's called canopy.
What's a canopy?
Canopy.
No matter what a canopy is.
Google it.
What's a canopy? Why are you saying what is a canopy?
I told you it's
Seashells.
one of the covered
A
looking
canopy, not a cabana. What's a canopy?
A canopy.
Cantaloupe
It's
is
one
a
of the
fruit.
covered looking tent looking things.
So what's a cabana?
A cabana is like an open space seated area where you go and like drink and be. You know.
I'm talking about a canopy.
Yeah, no. At La
Sounds
Marina,
like
it's a
a
cabana.
cabana.
No, they have the tent thing
No,
that
they
covers the
don't.
little.
Estados
Yes, they do.
Unidos.
It's not a tent thing. I'm about to show you right now.
Google it.
Am I bugging? I'm imagining a white canopy with a
It could be
bed.
any color.
Like the Eiffel Tower.
No, I'm about to show you right
Fuck all y'all
now.
niggas. I'm dead ass. I'm not using the wrong. It's both, right? It's
See,
both.
that's like a canopy.
That's what I'm referring to.
No, they don't have that at La
On the
Marina.
beach at night
Yes, they have cabanas.
with a bed.
It's the cabana.
What?
I don't care.
Yeah, you're talking about like a beach resort. Like,
No, the spot.
You
I
talking
might.
about the little tent looking shit.
I might be talking about it. My bad.
yeah, you're talking about a resort.
I'm
bro.
mixing
Cabanas
I'm
you
mixing
talking about.
DR
A
and.
cabana. Yes, it's a cabana.
Oh.
You were wrong. Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about.
So what are you talking about?
It's a bed and it's a tent.
Is that not a bed and a tent?
Fire
No,
Island.
that's not a bed. That's a couch area. No, show
Who
them.
man's
show
is
them.
this?
Show them. Show them what your. Well, how'd you get a privacy screen so fast? You just looked.
Oh, that's a cantaloupe.
You need
Fuck
Oh,
out.
man.
Anyway, fuck La Marina. Got shut down anyway.
Can
Did
I
it?
put y'all on my
Did it?
Instagram?
Yeah, it got shut down.
Oh,
Wait, how
when?
long ago?
They had like some technical issues.
The people,
No,
the
duh.
people of the area were upset about.
Oh wait.
They're making mad noise and
Yeah.
shit.
Son,
You heard about
yo,
it?
it used
No,
to
but
walk
I
beside
could
the
imagine why they would do that.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, that's like.
Y'all on Instagram.
Oh, hey.
How did we get there? Oh, you asked me where I've been. The
Yeah,
Bronx.
where have you been? Gun Hill Road? Where else?
Pennsylvania.
Washington,
Pennsylvania Avenue.
Pittsburgh, Washington Heights,
All the nigga spots, basically.
California.
Oh, okay. You been somewhere nice.
More nigga spots.
He flew Spirit, remember?
You flew Spirit to
Jamaica.
Long Beach. That's bad.
What part of Jamaica you went to? Kingston.
He's like, all
he
of
was in
it.
the hood. What I told y'all.
No, I think it
When'd you go to Jamaica? All of it.
was all of Jamaica.
I can't. Jamaica's a good time though. I was there last year for Dream Weekend. That was a good time. It was lit.
Were there prostitutes?
A little bit.
Ah, mierda,
Yeah, a
bro.
little
You
bit.
really one of the prices.
Bro,
You really
just
feeling.
save up your money and go to Thailand, DR.
Yeah, bro.
Just go to all the hot spots.
Thailand is where the lady boys are, bro.
You can't
bro.
tell the difference, bro.
Not the lady boys.
It's funny because
Why is it funny?
I know it's funny
When I was in Thailand.
What is he about to say?
because I know people who I used to train with who like went to Thailand and like fought and trained in Thailand, and then they're like, "Yo, if she looks too good, it's a dude."
So you gotta be kind of ugly when you go there. Otherwise, they think you're.
I don't know. I
ugly
just think it
dude.
was a joke, but that's kind of like the running joke.
So if
is
I
like,
go there, they would think I was a man.
Because you look too good.
Ooh, look at that confidence. Hey.
You're a hater, Los. Talk your shit. Go ahead.
That's the
Go
base.
ahead. Get the hate out your heart, fam. Can I have some more
fam,
juice?
gov, bro.
Juice?
He gave you the salt. He's holding you the seltzer.
The Remy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
the
it's right
Remy.
here.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh.
You want more ice?
Please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all are so hospitable. I must say, I've never been to somebody's house where they at default was like, "Would you like something to eat?" Like we
Really?
cooked for you. Come in.
base.
That's normal. That's it. That's just how we
Aren't you
operate.
black?
Yeah, that's how we operate.
That's what happens in normal black households that you go into.
Yeah.
Wow, I need to.
Well, at least my family, that's how we've always been.
Oh,
That's pretty normal.
I was born into a family with some niggas. Then
Is that Parmesan cheese?
like damn.
Nigga, what?
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
you
you-
Parmesan cheese from there?
No, you're looking at the
cans.
stack. Oh, it's tomato cans. Yeah.
Yeah, this Parmesan cheese, tomato flavor.
What? Yo, that was unnecessarily dickish. He was like Parmesan cheese, tomato
You
flavor.
ever seen the Parmesan cheese thing this big?
The back of the thing looked like Parmesan cheese, bro.
You know, Los ain't never been nowhere nice. He don't know no better.
Oh, this is what we doing? Like, gonna just keep on
Parmesan
doing?
cheese.
So I'm going to the mall, guys.
This looks like Parmesan cheese.
The back of the can looks like, yes, the large Parmesan cheese.
He's not worldly.
I'm sorry.
He only buys Kraft cheese.
This looks like Parmesan
Yo, you had this
cheese.
same cup for
This
like a
looks
while.
like
I
Yeah,
thought that was yours.
No, I drank mine.
She's calling you a bitch, bro.
I did.
that's cool.
And she working
That's
from
good. That's
home.
good. Thank you.
It's high because of the ice.
That's fine, but I still had some in there before. I still gotta go to work tomorrow, G.
I thought you was working from home.
I don't know yet. It really depends on how I feel when I wake up.
Oh,
So
I
it
got
means
one
you're
of those
staying
jobs,
home.
too.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you do?
I'm a data engineer for.
Let me find out y'all got some good jobs. You got benefits?
I'm a bum.
Listen, I
I'm
got some.
very
Are you
educated.
single? I got some friends.
Nah, I'm not single.
You sure? Oh, damn.
You don't have friends.
You know what's actually happened in the last couple of years?
Oh no, this is gonna be a real sad story. Why'd you do that?
No, I've found some friends. Like when I met Los, I didn't have no friends, and that's how me and him got cool.
Ah, that's when you got tricked.
Clap,
I
clap.
know.
Yeah,
I thought he was
from.
cool.
I sent her to Peru.
You're a dick. Oh, child.
So
Are you
have-
single?
No.
Why? Oh,
No, I'm
wait,
kidding.
that came out wrong.
Ooh, why? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's just like, are you defective?
All right, I guess. Are you single?
You're single?
I don't know.
Ooh.
That's the right answer. If you don't want to answer it, you can just say no
You just gotta
comment.
edit it out.
I mean, I don't care. He ain't gonna watch this.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Thanks for
You don't
that.
know who I
It's not y'all. It's like, well, he don't live here. One.
Well,
You can actually get this
Oh,
house
who
out
lives
of
in
New
Peru?
York.
Who lives in Peru?
Yo, you
watch him be the same
With
dude.
the iPhone 11?
Does he reach out to you via iPhone 11?
Y'all ain't shit, first and foremost. Secondly, I've actually dated somebody that didn't live in this country. It was a good
You
time.
had a long distance?
He was Spanish.
It was a real long distance. He
How
lived
the
in
fuck does that
Jamaica.
even work?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that means
he lived here and then moved to
that was-
Jamaica.
Okay, that means...
Did you have to use
Wait,
the
how
phone
long-
cards to talk to him?
What year are we in,
Isn't
bro?
that 1995 where you gotta...
WhatsApp don't exist?
The little corner thing?
Gotta
like-
get the Digicel cards.
These are your friends. This is the people you choose to hang out with. Y'all all need prayer. You need help.
That ain't how.
How long have you been in a relationship for?
3 years officially. Last week.
You gonna marry her? Don't worry, we can edit this out.
Timestamp.
Oh, it's only funny when y'all do it.
Timestamp.
Oh, okay.
Timestamp.
So how much are prostitutes in DI? How much does it cost?
Oh, Lord. All right, we can change the subject. How are you doing, Loves? How's your life going?
Podcast.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Kids.
Oh, you finally popped one out. I'm proud
22
of
of them.
When I used to teach, that's what everyone used to say. Like, you got kids? You got kids? I'm like, my students.
I call them my kids. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they are your kids. You spend more time with them than their parents do.
you. Yeah.
That's
a
your
fact.
kids.
Strong
Yeah.
8 hours a day.
9,
Ooh. Ooh.
Ugh.
What
Yeah.
time do you gotta be in?
7.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'd be rolling over at 7.
Does working with kids make you not want to have kids? The only reason I ask is because my mom, when I used to like help out my brothers a lot and like just work with kids, she's like, nah, man, you're gonna get tired of being around kids, so you're not gonna want your own kids. And then I had another coworker who, I mean, when I was working, I think I was like 28, and he had a kid at 25. He's black. I forgot, but he's foreign. He's foreigner, and he was just like, oh no, yeah, like he's not American, and he used to be like, nah, if you have him too late, like you know, like you're gonna get too stuck in your old habits and stuff like that.
I disagree with that bullshit. You know how I feel about our generation. I feel like our generation is leaps and bounds of the ones prior and the ones before. We always talk about this.
What do you mean?
So, the generation prior to us had that mindset of work at a company forever and stay there forever. The generation after us has a mindset of I don't have to work for anything.
That's
I should
a
be
fact.
given.
is a fact.
I should be given what I get.
Wow, we're the old fogies now.
And I feel like we're in the middle of like working hard, but still like what is it? I keep forgetting the word. Not lone wolf. What is it when you go from job to job based on who's paying you the most?
Vagabond. I don't know.
Whatever.
No.
I ask this question every time. I forgot the word. It's something wolf. But we put ourselves in positions where we're going to job where that's going to meet us in comparison to like doing what our parents did, which is sitting at a job, knowing we don't like it there, and just dealing with the shit.
I mean, but I
saying?
feel like, to use this term very loosely, I feel like our generation, like, we are very much like dream chasers. So, like, we have our 9 to 5, but our 9 to 5 funds our 5 to 9.
Right.
But a lot of the reasons why,
Like that.
that's really what we
I like
do,
that.
you know?
I like that, the way you put words.
So, I feel like, yeah, you know, we jump from job to job, but 9 times out of 10, that's because we trying to chase a bag. Like, I know a lot of friends of mine who are just trying to like climb that like corporate ladder very quickly, and the best way to go about that is to work at some mom and pop company for a year, get your time in, and then, you know what, I got the experience, I have the expertise, I can like parlay my way into a better role, so why not do that? Like, and that's kind of like what I be on. Like, I love my job, I absolutely love where I work, I love my environment, but like, if Google called me up tomorrow with twice as much money, guess where I'm going?
Do you have any like do you have like a side gig you working on and shit like that?
Yeah, I want to travel.
Okay.
In a perfect world, like,
you're like Anthony Bourdain, like no reservations, or
yeah.
You watch YouTube. There's this other Mark Person guy. All he does is like foods from around the world.
I want to consult.
You want to consult?
That would be dope. I was thinking
Consult
about doing
how?
that. Like
For what?
For cultural relevant pedagogy.
What?
Cultural relevant pedagogy.
Oh, okay.
So I want to like meet different people and try to tell them how to talk to people like us.
I think that there's a lane for that. If there's one thing I've learned in our society now,
There's
it's
only
like
everything.
there exactly.
Including prostitution.
You know how
What?
What?
we be going so straight, and
My
you
bad.
just go all the way over here. Like, why?
This
Why?
motherfucker.
No, but it's real. Like, and I learned that through like, not to put like my coworkers' business out there.
Put out there. What's her name?
Not to put.
Long story short, I learned very recently that a lot of the VPs at my job, like the men, the head of, the leads for whatever,
Yeah.
they are not the breadwinners in their family. Like their wives are, one. And then two, some of their wives do like the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
My wife is a breadwinner.
Like, I found out recently, like, one of the leads on my team, his wife is a professional scrapbooker and she makes millions. Like, she is like Pinterest lady of the scrapbooking world, and she is the breadwinner. And I'm just like, if you can scrapbook and make millions off of that, you can absolutely do cultural pedagogy or whatever. Like,
Prostitution.
listen,
Coke.
there's a lane for everything. Like, even old girl, like, she
Not weed though. You can't make money off being a nickel and dime bag seller, but you can make money
if you start a
off
distillery.
if you're doing whole fields of the shit.
If you have an idea and you know how to monetize that idea, you will capitalize on it and win.
Call it the base. Put our symbol on bags.
You might have a real idea, for real. He's like, we're going to reconvene on this later, y'all.
I mean, I think the idea of like making. I think anybody can, I guess, start anything, or not anybody. I'm trying to think the best way to word this. I think
Say it in Spanish.
Somebody will understand it.
I think the idea of being able to have like side incomes, I don't know if necessarily people think of it like that. I think a lot of people maybe think that like, you know, I only need to have one job and that has to be my main source of income. But I think it's more reasonable to work on maybe a lot of side things. Always have multiple streams of income as opposed to one. I don't know. I'm just getting tipsy, so I'm just saying shit.
We all there. It's cool.
I mean, you can monetize off of pretty much anything, but it's like a lot of your success has to do with not just hard work, not just, you know, being creative, not just knowing how to monetize, but a lot of it is just like out of your hands. Like a lot of it is just, you know, not everyone who has a good idea, not everyone who works hard, not everyone who wants to make that kind of money is going to. And I think you have to go into it with that mentality, right?
I don't think that
Like-
that's necessarily
Yeah, no,
true.
Not with the mentality, but with the
feel like that's a lot
realization.
more passive. Go ahead. 'Cause
You should-
I'm definitely on the other end, and
I
I think it's
think-
more because I work really hard, and I think it'll happen.
But that's the thing, though. It's not even
No, I
necessarily
mean,
about working hard.
I think it can happen, but like just something like finding a lane specifically that's like totally unique and monetizing it's definitely possible. So
totally
many
unique and monetizing. That is
so many people are doing it, right? But it's hard to know if you're the person that's going to make money.
I mean, I hear you, but I feel like it's like what sets you apart from the next person. It's like the minor tweaks and things, and it's like again, you have an idea, you find a way to monetize that idea, and then you capitalize on it. So it's like the common theme or the common thing that I hear consistently across the board is like Rihanna started a makeup line. There was already makeup out there, but it's like there wasn't a makeup line out there that catered to black women. So she did that. She created 40, 50 shades for women of all different skin tones, so white women and black women could wear it, and she monetized and she capitalized on it. So it's like there's situations like that. And it's like, as long as you have an idea and you know that there's a need for whatever it is that you're trying to supply, if you put some good marketing behind that, you're bound to be successful as long as you're working smart.
I think not just putting...
Not just hard.
I think it's like building a community behind it. Because I think about specifically, and I don't know if the curly hair, I guess, movement, as people like to call it, just because I'm growing my hair now. So I see people do their curly hair thing. But like, growing up, like, I couldn't find anybody that could help me out with like figuring out why shampoos don't work on my hair, like what shampoo is good, what you should do, shit like that. So I think it's a little bit more than that. Yeah, well, I think you have to kind of like find your audience, build that community, and keep them engaged in a sense. It's just
100%.
like connecting whatever your little clan together.
Yeah.
And kind of like enabling them in a sense.
I do think you need a niche nowadays, just because mainly because of the internet. But there's so many avenues. Like back in the day, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, only two guys in town, right? But now you have all these products that could appeal to very specific demographics. So
Yes, 100%.
yeah,
And I see that even with like my specific day job right now. It's like, I thought it was so interesting when I was sitting over there, you guys were talking about the gaming world and how like people are going to YouTube and I think you said Mixer or something like that. And it's like, in my world and in my side, I would never have thought that there was an audience or like a need or a desire to do gaming. And it's like within the last like 10, 15 years, it has really blown up. And it's like, without putting too much of like, NDA level information out there, like we are doing like multi-million-dollar deals with gamers and celebrities to like live stream them playing Madden or whatever. What's the other one? FIFA. And I'm just like, you would never
I think we all
think.
grew up playing video games, and I'm going to speak for myself, but like when I found out how much money the gaming industry makes, it's ridiculous. I knew that gaming was going to be, a thing.
I knew it was going to be,
but I didn't know that like at this point it makes more money than a whole bunch of
movie. Yeah,
Listen,
I knew that. You didn't see that.
Remember?
No, it's not one thing. I know it now. I know it now. But us growing up, I was like, yeah, gaming is going to be a bigger thing, right? But I was thinking, maybe it'll go the same route that like money wise that like music and movies do. You get me? Where
Let me put it like
this shit just went boom boom like.
Yeah.
You are talking to somebody
drop,
that works in content acquisition, so I see gaming deals and I see content deals. Gaming deals are making more than content deals, which is to me like mind
It
blowing.
means we gotta stop losing.
Honestly,
you gotta stop ruining my KD ratio.
Like there is a niche. It goes back to what you were saying about like that niche market, that niche audience. Like when you tap into that, you realize it's like pulling back the rug and realize like there's a billion roaches up under here. Like you know what I mean? Like that's really the concept of it. So
my kids literally watch other people play games and
Fortnite probably.
And I think that's
because
the
of
Son,
Fortnite.
yo,
Yes.
for real.
I
did not.
I watch people play games.
When that shit first started
You need
coming
a
up, with a
life.
lot of people posting themselves playing games.
I thought it was stupid.
I thought it was corny too. I was like,
'Cause I was
why
like,
the
I could
fuck
just
are
be
we
playing the
watching
game?
other people having fun? And it's just like the most
so
popular shit
interesting.
right now.
My youngest, she watches people play with the doll that's purchased, and she has the doll.
you know that little boy.
Yes.
That's
One of the
fucking
YouTube-
weird.
one of the
Bananas.
YouTube channels that makes the most amount of money is this
Yes.
little kid that just
Yes.
reviews
Just
toys.
plays with
Just
toys,
reviews
bro.
toys. That's all he does.
I said, "What are you watching?" She's like, "I'm watching her play with the doll." I said, But you have it.
It's so clever, bro.
Listen.
Because even when you think about
shit blows
companies,
my
companies
mind.
That's
that
why
make
I
a lot
said,
of money,
like-
what are they? Like family companies, right? Companies that like they market their material, whatever they produce towards every age bracket as opposed to just this little small age thing.
That's
It's just
true.
It
like
comes down to
Disney,
relatability. When you see somebody that looks like you or
That's
sounds like you or
everything.
is just like you and they're playing with a game or whatever, you're like, oh my God, they have it. Like, I want to be like them. I want to play and do
Let
the
me
things that
watch.
they do.
The invention of childhood has to have been one of
Let
the
me-
most like great things for like capitalism and consumerism and stuff
Listen.
like that because you literally
goes back
created
to
a market
stalking.
that's socially okay to
You're annoying.
everybody. The idea of spoiling your kids, keeping them in this little bubble for this many years, everybody accepts that shit. It's just like
We got to make a hit song like Baby Shark.
I don't know what that is.
I have had this
what
conversation with
Baby
so
Shark
many
is?
baby shark. Do, 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 do,
Baby Shark. Do, 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 do.
Where have you been? You are under a rock.
Baby Shark.
Keep in mind that song came out in like
Mommy
2011,
shark,
and like Pink Fong came
Again,
and
we gotta
like
get
made
Uber
it better.
I'm talking
Like that.
trillions, bro.
Yes,
Trillions.
yes. Again, the song came out in
Daddy
2011. My
shark,
niece will be 2 in September, and she
Daddy
loves that
shark,
song today.
I have
It is
no
still
idea.
in
I
rotation.
gotta listen to it. I have no idea what it is.
You've
Shark.
definitely heard it.
Grandpa Shark. Yo, bro, you need to watch it.
Bro.
But no, to your
I'm
point,
missing
I've
out.
had so
Bro,
many
I'm missing out.
My
conversations.
kids be
Never heard it
glitching.
Listen,
My kids be glitching, bro. And I found a hip hop version. So I don't even play the regular one.
of course, I guarantee there's a
You know it.
y'all gotta go. But like that's again, it goes back to what we were saying. Is like
Yo, Shark.
Mm.
they took an age-old nursery rhyme. Y'all are
so
annoyed.
Reebok or so Nike. This is the rhythm of the.
What is wrong with y'all?
Poppy
Not one thing.
I'm gonna play it when it's gonna be the outro.
Okay.
Nah, we probably gotta pay them if we play it, so never mind. I'm not gonna play that shit.
Nah, I want to get attacked by them.
I was say,
You gonna get attacked by the Baby Shark people?
Son, any social media and any fucking big ass company that's like, you can't do this.
When
Easy.
when she violate Beyonce, we
Post
gonna make
me.
everybody see that shit.
I can't. I cannot.
We'll defend you.
I hope so. I honestly, I stand by my statement.
I'll be like, yeah,
100%.
fuck that shit. I didn't even listen to it. I'll be like, fuck it.
But like, really, like, if you really like
Line
the
me
next
up.
great song that come out, like, just listen to it audio only before you look at the video. Like 9 times out of 10, it's the video that makes
We
it.
gotta make a kid song. I'm gonna do it.
All right. Cool.
I don't
You
even
do
think
that.
it's that. I think
I'm
at
gonna
this
do it with my
point, it's all
kindergarten.
about
I'm gonna make a
like,
kid song, and I'm gonna go viral
no, you gotta make a dumbass dance to a song with a basic 808 beat.
with my kids, with my
Do that.
students.
All right, whatever. Because I still don't know how Renegade popped. I like
Renegade?
what?
Because
What's
I'm
on
a
there?
renegade. Never. That one?
That one with Jay Z.
No, it's the one. No.
I was
Oh,
gonna
Y'all
say,
ain't heard
fucking-
that fucking
Never been
dance?
afraid to.
That,
that
shit
shit.
hard. That dance is hard. I can't do that
Wait,
shit.
what?
Listen, I seen a tweet.
She
Somebody
do it
was like,
to
"I'm so glad
K-Camp.
we had easy shit." Yeah.
Some black
Come on,
girls doing
COA.
that.
Listen,
I can't do that shit, bro. Give me the Soldier
You
Boy.
want to be a
bro.
center of attention?
I can't do that dance. That dance is hard.
you know he got 2
For
left feet,
you?
bruh.
You know it's on fire right now. Move like a snake. You heard that shit?
That shit's stupid as hell. It's old
What?
girl,
Wait, like
Kayla.
R. Kelly?
You gotta listen
Move
to
your
No.
body like a snake.
Move your body like a snake.
Move like a snake.
Yeah.
Move
like a
like
snake. Move like a snake.
snake.
Is
What?
yes.
I'm gonna play all the hits for y'all. Don't
The
worry
point
about
is-
it.
All the.
I got all the hits, bro.
I'm
I'm,
gonna need
all
some
this shit
alcohol.
sounds
you
sick.
should,
He works
you
with
should see-
kids,
You
so by
should see
default,
the views.
like-
You should see the views on these songs, bro. You know what? You know what's really hitting? That's like you probably heard the Sunflower song from Spider-Man. When you're left in the dust,
I've never
once
heard
it's stuck
that.
by, you didn't hear.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
not
from
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse.
That's what. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not that
Yeah.
good.
You ever
I've
saw
never
that?
heard that.
Kids love that shit.
Yeah, no, I kind of noticed that.
Oh my
That's
God.
I guess.
I wonder what if this is what
It's
our parents
easier-
thought of us.
it's
like,
easier
this
to indoctrinate
garbage-ass
kids.
Jay-Z.
What?
I wonder if like the generation like right in between us and our parents, if they thought the same shit.
To make kids
like
songs?
you know when
No,
when
I think
music,
that's
when
I think
music
that's
was coming
brand
out.
new. I think that's brand new. To make kids songs?
Nah, Kids Bob. Then there was a.
I think
Not
generations,
Kids
the
Bop.
older
I'm talking about,
generation
like,
always looks at this
outright
shit.
Like a
actual
song
kid
for
song.
children.
I think like I love you, you love me. Like I think that didn't get that been hot, but it hasn't been like the thought on their mind to make millions off of it.
It's just different.
Barney's catchy, but Baby Shark,
It's different. The internet exists. It's different.
Baby Shark,
Yeah.
my nigga,
The internet
that
changes
shit
everything.
booming. I never met a
Virality.
kid that didn't like Baby Shark.
Yeah, they hear that beat drop and they go crazy. For real.
Dun,
That's legit. Like they back that ass up.
And the beat, oh my god, you got it. They start wilding. Start wilding, bro. And they're kids, so they don't know how to really do anything coordinated. So they just be glitching.
Annoyed as hell.
Glitching.
They start wilding.
Jokes.
I'm gonna play it whenever we finish this long ass episode.
Trying to tell us something?
No.
Alright.
Would you like to stop?
No, this is great. We had a really good conversation.
Oh, okay.
You got robbed. Prostitutes.
By the person you were dating long term.
No, what?
No, she got robbed by the random lady.
The
Oh, the
girl.
random lady
She
who
didn't
bagged
rob
you?
me.
Angie. She got robbed by Angie.
She got robbed by
Don't
Angie.
talk about Angela. She cool.
Dude, that is some Spanish ass fucking name. Angie. Angie.
From Power.
You annoying as hell.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. You Puerto Rican.
You know what's crazy?
named
She actually
Angie.
do look like Angie from Power. For real, for real.
Does she?
Yeah.
I still need to
This is
finish
like a
Power.
picture of her.
Let's
It's
see what
terrible.
happens.
You
Yeah,
know,
we have a
everything you
couple
thought
things
that
to
happened
do
happened.
when we turn the mics off.
Okay. Go ahead. What's up?
But yeah, thanks for coming through. It was fun. I mean, is there anything you wanna say? You wanna send off?
No, just follow me on Instagram.
What is it?
taraXgee. GEE.
So we've been calling you Tara this whole time.
It's
You ain't
Tara.
bothered?
Tara,
Who
not
called you
Tara.
Tara? They called you
Tara.
Tara?
Tara.
Did I call it Tara?
Tara.
I think
Maldives?
I think you probably Maldives.
Yeah, nah, you did.
You're not doing
I
this,
didn't
bro.
call it Tara.
You always call me Tara.
What?
Yeah, it's your New York accent.
It was Tara.
Oh,
You be like
Cali people
Tara,
get it
Tara,
right.
Tara.
I don't think I'd say your name at all.
Tara.
Fair.
Tara.
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 TARAXGEE.
So taraXgee.
Tara G.
XXXG.
Tara.G was taken, so I
Oh,
had Tara
it's
XG.
taraXgee.
You should have done an underscore.
I don't like that.
Because then it'd be like Tara G.
Y'all annoying as hell.
She burped when she's like Tara G.
And that's the base. That's the base. Loso __G.
Why you need so many underscores, bro?
Because the first one was taken, Loso G was taken too.
The same reason why you have
The X
taraXgee.
in my
taraXgee.
name.
I think I'm going to change my name again because I don't like Loso.
Why don't you just put Levon? There's nobody else on earth named Levon.
You don't like that name.
We know.
I like it.
Wow.
Levon.
Stop using this government.
Levi.
That's the base.
It's taraXgee.
Alright.
All right. We're gonna do. Wait, one more time.
She's
All
like,
right.
it's taraXgee.
All right, y'all. That's the base. taraXgee coming at you live, and we closing this out with.
Bye, guys. Bye.
I want you to be better than this. Let's
Okay.
take it from the top.
Okay.
That's the
Okay,
base.
seriously.
Wait, let her
All
finish
right,
off.
good,
She
do it
gonna
again.
finish us off. Go.
Took your job.
Go.
It's the only job I have.
That's the base. Closing this out with taraXgee.
Head boy.
Loso __G.
And make sure you tune in to the next episode on whatever day that is coming.